Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Throwback Thursday. Today, we're throwing back to one of our favorite miniatures games of all time.
It's my number one, man.
It was the... So when I say miniatures game, these classification systems are bogus. But the short version is, if you have to assemble models and paint them, that's the entryway to a miniatures game. So this was the first one. We played like Monster Apocalypse, which is pre-assembled, pre-painted. We played X-Wing. Then we got into War Machine for a minute.
Yeah.
Then we got into Infinity for a minute.
Yeah.
But Arena X was like, I think it is that perfect cross-section of something that we are interested in the way that they're being done from a miniature standpoint. So ultimately, the models are beautiful. They're very difficult to assemble, at least last I remember. The assembly was not my favorite part.
It's super complex.
Because they're very, like... I remember our friend of the show, James, local, said it best, which is the models are not entry-level models.
Yeah.
The game is very entry-level in terms of, like, simple, easy to understand, but obviously a good amount of strategic depth. So it's that the gameplay approach. A lot of times the miniatures games, like you think about 40K with their 200-page plus hardback books, or even War Hordes, or like the
even
Lord of the
Crisis
Rings game.
Protocol too, is a deeper, a lot more investment to just play the game.
And like Infinity was really appealing to us because it meant less models.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the sprawling 40K, but then the rulebook was still there.
It was a big rulebook.
It was big.
So that's a complex rule system.
This was the first game where it was like only a handful of models, which is easier to do from a hobby perspective. And also a simpler rule set.
Yeah.
And then it's also gladiators, which is awesome.
Well, the best way I've described this, I think, I'll quote myself, is that it's actually a skirmish game. A lot of people talk about skirmish games because they have less models, but what it really is a game where you take an advanced miniatures rule set and just have less models. But like it doesn't actually remove the burden of complexity that a skirmish game is supposed to remove. And Arena X was like, yeah, it's a real pain to get the models together, but we did it. I mean, we're not expert craftsmen by any means. I'm certainly not, and I got all these models together. But it allows you to do that and have that side of the miniatures game, then get it to the table and actually play it, and play it a lot and quickly and enjoyably. And I would say, barring the kind of global ambitions, Arena X is kind of Red Republic is kind of the legend story of the miniature space to me. Like Legend Story, Flesh and Blood, independent publisher, devoted to a single game, has a lot of modern ideas and pushing those ideas forward. Red Republic, similarly, again, not the global ambition, the global scale, but it's two guys, originally how it started, great folks who had an idea for a game that they thought was really quality and just decided to take quality at every turn rather than shortcuts.
Yeah.
And you get a wonderful product from that.
And as far as I know, so the Red Republic being the publisher, still very much making the game, making expansions. I think the convention circuit is really important for them. I know Adepticon is a big deal, Gen Con, etc. But also, one of the cool things about them is it reminds me of Legend Story in this way, which is they do seem committed to the craft of making the thing, right?
Yeah.
The art that they're basically putting together. They're not in a rush. Most of them still have like regular day jobs and stuff, so they're doing this on top. But that also means that they're not having to squeak out every ounce of dollar they can make from this IP. They just slowly get to build the game they want, which is really cool to see.
And then if you're getting into it right now, like if you're brand new to the game, you're just getting into it, it's a wonderful back catalog for you where you can say, I want to play this faction or these factions. Grab 3 to 4 models from the faction and get started. And it's great. They do a lot of holiday sales, you'll find sales at conventions too.
Yeah.
So it's easy to jump into this at any time. I mean, it's been out for years and you can just pick up 3 models and start, which is wonderful. Now we have a very special broadcast today because we were contacted by somebody who had a great passion for Arena X, actually started playing it from our videos, from seeing our videos,
That's awesome.
Started playing it, got involved, got obsessed with the game, got really into it. It's Jamie over at Stone Temple Studios and said, hey, do you guys want me to send over some 3D printed terrain I've been working on? You could use it for your matches and, we would maybe talk about it on stream and show it off. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, if it's good enough quality, send some pictures. I was like, that stuff looks great. We would love to both play with
Here it is.
and make sure other people know that it's out there for them to potentially purchase and print themselves. So I'm going to post a link to this in the chat right now, and then after this video is over, we'll have a link in the description of the video that will link to this stuff. So this is all a big pack of Arena Rex terrain that you can 3D print. Jamie's done incredible work, painted all of this for us.
So do you buy like the files to print?
You buy the files, and then you either get a 3D printer or contract out a 3D printer, or there's services that you
maker space.
You can send files and they'll print it for you, and then you get all of this. And he's just really passionate about the game, wants to see it do really well, and was just into the idea of taking his own setup and amplifying it. So I'm going to post that link here in the chat.
And so these are 3D print files apparently, and I assume that means they don't come painted like this.
That's right.
Shout out to you. You said Jamie was the name for doing this.
Job.
I will say, just looking at it here on the mat, we use this Arena Rex mat all the time. People ask us where our play mat comes from, like constantly, and it's for Arena Rex. But this terrain definitely takes this experience to a different level for me. Just setting it out to
Isn't
take a
it
picture
awesome? You're right in the pocket now, right?
And I'm very excited to do it. I also did a so technically, that works.
Yeah, you can. So I'm gonna top down this.
Yeah, it's really cool. So this is a frame that can technically be empty, but it's got this like pit. I gotta go the other way.
So you can throw that in there. That's modular. What's really clever about this is you can also throw this grate, I think, can go on top of here into here. Yeah. So we can have a little grate thing.
I kind of liked it on, you have to go the other way. So I liked it on top of that.
You want to do both?
Do this? And then, because at some point it'll open up, right?
Yeah. And so Zach and I have been experimenting with like an idea of a format where at the end of every round, like every clear turn, let's say you roll a D6, and if it's a 6, these like pits open up. And so like for the audience, to like really get engaged with it. So you could be standing on it, fighting on it, and then all of a sudden it opens up.
You get knocked into the pit, it's a problem too.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
One of the clever things that Jamie did here is these little placeholders here will actually fit the printed pits from the Arena Rex sets.
Very smart.
So you can just slide your pits in there, and then you.
How cool is that compared to even just the cardboard?
So good, so good. And this is from ArenaRex.com.
One of my favorite things. There's this pillar, and Galactus saying really appreciating the more understated Doric styled columns.
Oh, very nice.
Don't know what that means, but I trust that you're right. But it's got this like broken piece that some way would fit on there.
Adds a little atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like that got knocked off somehow, and now it's here. And I can stumble on it.
I'd hate to see the thing that broke that pillar in half.
Well,
but welcome to Arena Rex, right? So Zach and I are going to set this. We're going to set this board up. What do you want to do? Do you want to start with no pits that turn into pits potentially, or do you want to start with one pit up, or two pits down?
I feel like I remember last time in general, one of the rules of Arena Rex is that the pits spell your doom, right? It's like you fall into a pit, that gladiator's gone. But I feel like we adjusted that last time.
Did we adjust that?
I don't remember how we did it, but it was basically like...
There are some spike pits that do damage, I think, or some kind of spike features that can do damage. I mean, Arena Rex is the kind of game that I can't lean... I'm leaned back so much, it's like I'm laying in bed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm basically completely horizontal.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I just want to get the models on the table. And I need to kind of refresh myself on exactly how the game works. It's very simple, so once we get into it, I think it'll click for me.
Here's what we'll do.
So I'll let you be the judge of that.
Let's do it like this. Let's close this pit up. And then let's have this pit open using the stuff from Arena Rex like it's supposed to properly. And so what we're going to do is, let's say if you're on top of this, if you end your turn on top of it, we roll the D6. And then it may open up or it may not. It opens. Otherwise, you're fine. Right. So if I push you into that, at the end of that activation, I'm going to roll a D6.
Someone in the background might pull a chain.
It might not. That's right.
David, a lot of people are asking about this, saying, hey, I joined late. I don't want to derail the conversation, but have Zach received mention anything about the possible adjustments to the Arkham Pack subscriptions given the new product release style?
We've got the 10-minute question and answer segment.
That's right. It's the new first 10 minutes of the stream. We
Yeah.
answer random questions. Don't have to be on topic. Then we're going to play Arena Rex, which I'm really excited to do.
Look at how good this board looks.
Yeah, it does look really good. So the answer
I look
is...
to God now every time that I'm talking to the camera because that's where our monitor is.
You look like this guy. Look at my... You're doing the...
You did a great job painting your models. That was this weekend.
That was literally... So I did a... I knew we had this terrain.
Back to Arkham in a second.
I saw this terrain, and I I had these Arena Rex models for 3 or 4 years, just assembled and primed.
As most of us do.
Yeah, and I was like, I get in the way of myself, and I think a lot of people that paint do this. And I got into this trap with Crisis Protocol, where I start working on a model. Like, I started with Captain America, and I was like, I want to do him really well, so I spent a lot of time on him. Then I was doing Thor, and I was like, I'm going to paint this quick.
Yeah.
But then I got to working on Thor, and I was like, well, and I just kept doing
do a bad job
forever on Thor. So I was like, well, I don't have the time to spend 20 hours on each of these models. Like, it's not going to happen. I'm never going to paint them if the barrier to entry is I need to have like 3 weeks to time ready to paint. So I was just like, I'm going to try to paint these as quickly as I can and still feel okay about it.
Like our speed run for Marvel Champions.
Yeah.
About a 6-hour game.
It was about 6 hours is what this took me to go from completely just prime models to their current state. And I'm very happy with how they turned out.
They look great, man. They really do look great.
I wanted them to be good, but they didn't need to be great, you know? Because this is way better than if I had just had non-painted models.
I would say that's great. I think you're at this point, you know, you never feel like nobody ever tells you you've arrived. You know, and you never tell yourself that. But I would say you are a great painter at this point.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that. The fact
that shield looks phenomenal.
This shield?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, what more can you ask for on that? You know?
Well,
like a little highlighting.
The thing is, you know, you can be as critical or not as you want of yourself, but I used the actual gold paint, and like in Crisis Protocol, I've been doing non-metallic metal, which is a lot harder and takes more time, but ultimately ends up looking better typically. But I'm fine with this.
I mean, that looks good.
Again, though, when
looks like metal.
When the comparison is either this or a primed model, these are peachy to me.
Oh yeah,
very pleased.
I mean, look at I'm about half and half. So
you look better than just blank though.
They're better than blank. Now we did this in our last paint stream. I got this far from prime to some skin tones and some wood.
Yeah, I actually think you're on the same pace I was on, but I think you're one paint stream away.
Yeah.
From being done.
Or this is just an undead Zephyri list, and they're just little zombie-like.
I will say one thing I loved about doing these Arena Rex models. One, they're great models, but two, is that because they're gladiators, they are more rugged and more dirty and more beat up.
Yeah.
So like you can actually get away with things because it's not clean. Like Infinity's clean lines.
Man, Infinity is clean lines. That game is clean.
But you know, like I got some red on a helmet. It's like that kind of looks like blood. It's like, well, just leave it. Just leave the blood.
Done. Leave the blood. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, so we're gonna do a quick Q&A at the beginning of these sessions. I don't know what you're looking up over there, but
I'm looking up the rule book to Arena Rex.
Great.
Yeah.
You can ask us anything. I'll go back to Arkham real quick. We're gonna get that out of the way. That just got announced. We haven't even talked about it on our end. We've been announcing all kinds of stuff this morning. Steven's been buried deep in writing emails to send to people.
I've had 6 cups of coffee.
Really?
No.
I was going to say, I feel like you would be shaky.
2 though, which is equivalent to 6 for you.
Yeah, sending you to the moon. Right up there with that AMC stuff.
How much coffee are you drinking? 2 cups a day?
About 2 cups.
Yeah. So I'm usually on about a half cup a day.
Wow.
So it is equivalent to about 6 cups.
Yeah,
8,
you're rolling deep right now.
We are.
How does it feel?
It feels great. Don't talk to me in 3 hours, though.
Yeah.
Calm down.
You don't see me in the evenings, and there's your reason. But really, we haven't had a chance to work that out. I literally came out of a meeting and then came into this. And someone was like, hey, did you see the new Arkham stuff? And I'm like, not yet.
You want to know what's happening? I'll tell you everything.
I loosely know what's happening.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to cut the whole Mythos Pack deluxe expansion thing. 6 packs, deluxe, 6 packs, deluxe, or deluxe 6-pack, deluxe pack.
Which is the old LCG paradigm.
Yeah, and we're seeing it change a lot. And what they're going to do instead is they're going to have a campaign box at $60.
Okay.
And that's the entire storyline, the entire campaign.
About like a whole cycle.
Essentially the whole cycle.
So what used to be strung out across a deluxe box and 6 packs.
Is the whole story right here.
But only the story.
Only the story.
Only the story.
And then for $40, you get all the player cards for that cycle, basically.
Okay, so that's $100.
That's $100 total.
It used to be
Mythos Pack's what, 15 times 6?
That's 90.
Plus 30?
That's right. It's 120.
120. So we're saving $20.
So $20 savings.
Yep.
And if you're a player that already owns player cards that doesn't necessarily want the new characters and stuff, you could just buy the story.
Just buy the story. You could only use your Forgotten Age player cards and buy every story and never buy player cards again.
Probably most likely, one person is buying the campaign stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else in the group.
The GM.
Yeah, everyone else in the group needs to get their own player cards.
That seems fair.
So like you can imagine, like we're playing, and I'm like, I only got 3 copies of Lucky or 2
That's
copies
really
of Lucky.
fair. Yeah, that's
and
a
you're
good
like,
point to do. Yeah.
yeah, everyone can have their own player collection. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be different because you're not going to get the monthly drips of content. I assume that also means the designers can do things they wouldn't have done before.
Well, counterpoint here, Zach, we haven't gotten the monthly drips of content.
Got them.
And I think that's the primary, I mean, Asmodee being Asmodee, right? How can we, and this is the right call, is how can we eliminate SKUs and reduce production and logistics problems? So if you want to reduce that, you take 7 SKUs, you condense it to 2.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you can keep those things in stock forever.
Yeah.
Rather than this pack goes out and now we got to reprint this cycle and this.
Yeah. And it makes sense too. You can imagine like printing one thing is way more efficient than printing 6 individual packs.
100%.
You have one box. When you are ordering, right, you get volume discounts on this stuff. So you just go big. And you can go bigger on, I don't know if it's worse to be out of the, I assume it's worse to be out of the story than the player cards.
Well, and that's kind of the beautiful thing, right? It's like if the campaign boxes run out and you've got 50% capacity on your player box, just reprint the campaign box.
Yeah.
It used to be that like 2 packs would be out in a cycle and 4 would be well stocked. And you're like, well, we don't want to flood distribution with 4 packs they don't need just to get 2 that they do.
Yeah.
So it just, the system makes a lot more sense. So I think it's going to work out for them nicely. As for our subscriptions, which is, I guess, the real question. Don't exactly know how we're going to do that. It's technically a deluxe expansion is really the same thing as a campaign box. It just is now $60 instead of $30 in many ways.
But we historically have done an opt-in stance.
Almost exclusively.
Which is like, they announced the Investigator starter decks at some point. Mm-hmm. And so instead of just saying, well, these have new player cards, so like surely everyone getting the Mythos packs would want these things and just charge you and ship it. It's kind of delicate because you gave, as a subscriber, us permission to charge you and ship you certain things. Presumably, anyone signed up for Mythos packs and campaign expansions would want both of these things.
Yeah.
But $15 a month is not the same thing as $60 up front or $100 up front. So it's different.
It'll probably end up being an opt-in situation.
Yeah. Which is a bummer because the flip side of subscriptions is we want it to be sign up and never think about it again.
Yeah.
But now suddenly you have this moment where everyone not signed up has to sign up again. And then there's like, if there is allocation and let's say I've been a Mythos pack subscriber for 6 years or 5 years. Do I not?
God bless all of
you.
Do I not? You are
get,
out there.
Do I not get first in line? Because anyway, it's not easy to solve that necessarily, but we'll come up with a decision. We'll email everyone that's a subscriber and we'll get you taken care of. And hopefully it means that Asmodee will get a better handle on printing enough. And then allocation's not even really a problem. But
we've had high hopes before, haven't we, Zach?
Yeah, we sure.
You can hope in one hand, and
I've been let down enough in general in this industry to know one thing's for sure, and that's nothing's for sure.
Zach McGraw saying we could convert Deluxe to campaign and then convert Mythos to player, and just let everyone know the price goes up. That is an option. I mean, we'll explore all the different options before we make a final decision. And we will, we'll see. We'll definitely communicate. We always send emails and communicate and throughout that whole process.
Camper is saying, I'm going to get both. I hope you continue offering. We would intend to continue offering 100%. Subs. It's just the form factor. Mr. Woodfall, hey guys, love everything you do. Well, hey, thank you for that. Saying thanks for all the great content. Question, when is the next Star Wars CCG Throwback Thursday? Technically, it's on the schedule for next week, but I haven't talked to Steven about that to confirm it.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do it next week. David Curtis saying... I also want to say a huge thank you for finding an amicable solution to those of us that got hosed by the gym system for the Tuesday Fab Army League. So if any of you are in the Flesh and Blood Army League, an email went out today for that. It's a good opportunity to just mark Covenant as something you want to receive so it doesn't accidentally get sent to spam, because sometimes our emails do contain a decent number of links that are going off site. And some email services, particularly Yahoo. Seems like it's always Yahoo.
Yahoo?
Yahoo. Can you remember Yahoo refused to be sold for like $80 billion or something, and now they're worth like $1 billion or something?
Who was trying to buy that? Was it Microsoft?
I think it was Microsoft.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, we're worth more than that. And then now they're worth almost nothing. But so do mark us so that you don't accidentally get our emails in spam, if you would, because we communicate very important things through that channel. But yeah, so what David's alluding to is the Flesh and Blood Army League. We had a good number of people who were affected by the gym event management system. It's not built for a month-by-month subscription-based league, so we understand that that's not necessarily the ideal use case for gym. But we were trying it out, and it just didn't work out. There were a lot of issues that came up for both players and then on the administration side. And so we're flipping that back to a system that we have full control over, which is something that's all through our website. And that's something that we just are leaning more into as we get older, as people and as business owners. Anytime there's a piece of a system that you're composing where there's a front end that you're controlling and a back end that you're controlling and a middle piece that you're not controlling, you're inviting a lot of negative player experiences, negative customer experiences. So
That's right.
It's important to just make sure that anything that you're doing and promoting and putting your brand on the line for, you have as much control throughout the entire process as possible. On that note, same thing with Monarch Unlimited getting delayed, which I did send out an email about that today, although Legislator had already talked about that being the case for most retailers in North America this past week. That's another thing. It's like, if we could control the distribution side of that, we would. If we could control the publishing side of that, we would. But that's not always feasible, of course, because we can't vertically integrate the entire universe, although we might try at some point. But those boxes
Given enough time and resources, perhaps.
Those boxes are delayed. And listen, this is 2021. Logistics are crazy. You've heard about it on the news. You've read about it. It's not just our industry. It's every industry. There's just nothing to be done until everything kind of stabilizes all the way from storage and shipping containers and where they are in the world to warehouses getting back on track to certain parts of the world still having immense struggles with COVID and being understaffed and all of that. The tragedy abounds. So we're just taking it as it comes, and Legislatory's done a pretty good job so far of just communicating that and at least relieving some of the burden from retail to be the sole bearer of the bad news in this case. So maybe next week, it's what they say, but without verification that those products are at this place and being delivered to us at this time, we're not willing to make any kind of bets on that. What we have found is when delays happen, a lot of times they happen a lot. Once it's like, we don't know exactly when it's going to happen, you can start guessing, but there's really no use in it because you just build expectations and break them again. So we just don't know. But Legislatory on their update said next week. Hopefully that's the case. As soon as those boxes show up, we'll ship them out imminently, and this will be affecting all of retail as far as we can tell. We don't know if certain stores will have products, certain stores won't, etc. Hopefully it's not too long of a wait because there's already been that first edition Monarch gap, which is annoying. Yeah. And we're very, very bummed about it. Anything else? Last question before we dive into Gladiator World.
A new game.
Let's see. Any other? There was one question here that I thought was really funny from a dinosaur that is happening to be sexy here. If you had to pick one of the two of you to be the face of TC, who would it be? I would pick me.
I would pick you. It may be weird because we stream 20 hours a week, but I never would have been like, hey, you know what? I want to be out in front of people live every day.
Zach really wants to be talking on the phone 24/7.
I also do not like talking.
He wants to be wheeling and dealing. He's putting those deals together.
I do like wheeling and dealing.
I'm just here to let you guys know what he's worked out.
But, it's not necessarily a personal interest of mine to be the face of anything, but here I am.
Here we are. And your face is loved and delightful.
Thank you so much.
Tyler White, have we played Lightseekers? We have played Lightseekers. It'd be great to see you guys try it out for Throwback Thursday. We played it in anticipation of Warhammer Champions back when PlayFusion was getting into that. And then I'm the Tim. Unrelated is Ash's Experience Pack being shipped within the next week. That confirmation is burning in my email. So we usually process 2 weeks before. With Ashes, it's kind of a little more variable because we're working with a singular partner in Plaid Hat, and we're basing all of our processes on what they tell us. But sometimes, they may be a week off or a few days off. So we have very high confidence that those products will be on the way to us imminently, and that will be that standard 2-week window. So in a week or two, you will receive that shipping update your shipping will be updated. Your tracking number will go live. And that'll start happening hopefully very soon. So yeah, it's coming quick.
That's right. Benjamin, this is a good comment to end on in a little 10-minute segment. Dang, just popped in and saw a legit TED Talk.
Well, welcome to Covenant.
He makes that joke all the time. He'll get done talking and he'll say, thank you for attending my TED Talk. All the time. That's like a once a month joke for you.
Well, thank you.
It's a funny joke.
And it's a good joke, right? We all love the joke?
That's right. Yeah, I still love the joke. Okay, it's like anytime my brother gets off a long phone call and then he says, I love you, hangs up. He says, wrong number. Every time. It's funny.
It's never not funny.
It is. It is funny every time.
All right, Zach, I'm going to do a little spotlight here. I'm going to do a feature.
Okay, we're going to talk about your gladiators.
We're going to go to the board here.
Ah, yes.
Look, beautiful board, right? You get to see it from God's angle here. It's like, watching. I am well pleased, Romans. Thank you for murdering each other. This is the way.
This is
what I told you all to do.
God of War.
All right, so I'm gonna do a little spotlight here. So we're gonna start with. That's so pleasing that you can do that right there. You guys can't see this at all. So this is gonna be Gyaller. See Gyaller there? So you know what? I'm gonna zoom in for this segment. I just can't stand it. Can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'm gonna do the bet in your water banks up. I realize that I sing things poorly.
Oh, nice.
Can you put a model somewhere that I can pull focus on it?
Let's
There you go.
put it straight up and down. Shadows are real.
Thank you. Show off some of this terrain too while we're here. Okay, that'll work for me.
You said this is not Sven.
That's not Sven. Cousin. No, it's Sven's brother, cousin, or whatever.
What's his name?
Gyaller.
All right.
Look at, just while we're here, look at this terrain.
Yeah.
It's
also
so
never
good.
thought it'd be a hand model of any kind.
Well, I always knew that was your destiny.
I mean, look at these things.
Look at this. Little frame here. Frame anything you want with that. You choose. You frame, you decide. Okay, so I'm going to go through all of my models and just give you the brief 411 on
That'd be good. Because essentially, the turn structure, we go back and forth, right?
That's right.
And your model is in one of three states. Clear? What's one mean?
Clear, fatigued.
Fatigued is one. I'm going to use these tokens to mark mine. Exhausted is two.
That's right.
And once you have two, you're stuck.
So this is Gyaller. Yeah, we're going to use our little Doom tokens for that. Yeah, that's going to be handier for us. Gyaller has, and this is the beauty of Arena Rex.
Right.
You really have one or two abilities you need to worry about. He can do some pushing and whatnot, but his real magic here is he has two abilities. One is Taunt. So models engaging in a model with Taunt may declare attacks only against models with Taunt. So if you're within an inch or base to base, I think it's a base to base situation.
I also sent these 3D printed rulers that have the Roman numerals.
Isn't that nice?
Which is cool.
Jamie
anyway, so if you're within one,
I think it's within one. We'll have to make sure about that. It may be base to base. If anyone out there knows, so we'll look it up in a second. So if there's a Taunt model here, you can only attack him.
Makes sense.
So he's going to be the shield for, and then all my other stuff can be like, well, now I'm going to surprise you. And you got Second Wind. Whenever this model would generate favor from its vitality track, so as you take damage, you generate these favor points.
Because let's pop a stat card. What's his name?
Gyaller. Gjallr.
You'll see along the bottom of a stat card, which will pop in a second.
I might call him Holler.
Oh, that's your boy.
I could call him any number of things.
It was pop. There it is. So at the bottom, you'll see that the boxes along the bottom. That's the health. We'll mark that as it goes, and every time you hit one of those, what are those things
Laurels.
called? Laurels.
Laurel crown or whatever it is.
You gain a favor, which is like a fancy energy point.
Hey, Bob Beauchamp in the chat. What's up, Bob?
What up, Bob?
Beauchamp from the Monster Apocalypse days, man. It's good to see your name in the chat there. Second Wind. So whenever this model would generate favor from that track, you may choose to remove a fatigue instead.
And the fatigue is the thing we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So if you go once, you put one of these.
Mm-hmm.
If you go again with that model, it becomes exhausted.
Right.
And then if he would generate favor, he can actually instead
flip it down.
Flip it down a notch.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we can go from fatigue to
He's like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, it's great. Love that Second Wind. So that's Gyaller. Then we've got Bjarvit.
You gotta finish this model. She's cool.
Yeah, Bjarvit got the big furs everywhere. So she has two abilities that you need to care about.
All right.
One is Trapper. So if you're engaged with this model, you can't react. She's trapping you.
What's a react?
So you can do a reaction. So every activation that the active player does, you have the opportunity to react to the first or second piece of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can counterattack, you can run away, those kinds of things. Yeah. But if she's engaged with you, you cannot react with the model that's engaged.
On your activation, you can do move, attack, move.
Basically, yeah. Or attack.
You can double attack.
Or power attack, where you get to re-roll your dice.
For each thing you do you get an exhaustion, or is it the two things cost you one exhaustion?
It's basically, so at the start of the turn, you choose an unfatigued model, so it can't have a token, and then you remove one fatigue level from a model. Then that's the activating model that you chose. So the unfatigued one starts out, but you get to refresh a little bit as you go. And then you basically take a series of actions. You can take two actions. Usually it's going to look like a move and then an attack. Or an attack, or a move.
And is the 2 actions, is that 1 fatigue token?
Yeah, so the first move doesn't take a fatigue, and the second thing you do does.
Okay.
Generally. Now, a power attack, I think, moves you down 2 levels, but we'll go over the rules again here quickly.
All right.
So this is the BR of it. So just remember, you can't react if you're engaged. And then when you would generate a favor from your vitality track, you can move instead of getting the favor die.
Okay. So your models seem to have a theme, which is instead of gaining the favor, they can immediately use it to do something good.
That's correct. Yeah. And you can really host yourself by doing that. But what that basically means in the scheme of the game is that they don't really play to the crowd very well because they're from like North America and Viking land. They don't care about glory of Rome, etc. They're just looking to wreck and
win.
not die.
Yeah.
They don't care about
the greatest form of glory is living.
That's right. Some would say. Then we've got Fridge, one of my absolutely favorite models.
Take it to the fridge.
Yeah, right to the fridge there. So she has 3 things. She also has
cool.
She's got disengage, so that is a theme of the force.
She almost looks Viking-esque.
Yeah. So the mythos of the Zephyri is Vikings discovered the New World.
Okay.
Native Americans and Vikings got together, and this is the faction.
I nailed it then.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Yeah, because this could go either way.
Yeah.
She could go Viking. So this is fridge.
So it's like a Scandinavian Native American fusion that you've got here, which is really cool.
I mean, it doesn't get hipper.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's like my 2 favorite things, legitimately. Also has disengage, so just remember most of my stuff can run away instead of generating favor. Has retaliate. You suffer 2 damage if you fail to achieve a success when attacking this model.
So hold on. He, instead of getting favor, can unexhaust.
That's right.
These people, instead of getting favor, can move.
That's correct.
Okay.
And then she, if she's assisting a model, which is when you add your defense to them as a reaction, or when she is the target of an attack, if you don't get at least 1 net success, you take 2 damage. So if she successfully blocks out your attack, you take 2 in return.
Ouch.
Yeah, don't want that. And then she has intervene to go with that. So when she declares an assist, she can move 3 inches towards the attacker or defender, and then move 3 inches afterwards. So the story of this model is like, she's over here, you run up, you try to attack this model. She can move 3, add her defense. If you don't achieve a success, does 2 damage, and then moves 3 back.
Okay.
Right. So
watch out for the shield.
She's the battlefield. She's really the logistics model.
She's the support.
Yeah, she's beautiful support.
Just really supporting.
Jonathan hates this model, and that's why I love it. Then we have my number 1, Sven, designed to look like me by Walker over there at Arena Rex HQ.
Yeah, that's because you won that world championship.
That's right. Also has disengage, so can move instead of gaining favor. Has 2 abilities. Swift.
I'm so unshocked that you like these models.
I know, it's so good, right? Swift. Only models with Swift can react to this model's first action, each activation.
Okay, so if you don't have Swift, you cannot. He's too fast.
That's the most beautiful way of doing fast movement in a game that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's too fast. It's like, in heaven forbid, if he rolls up on you and ends the activation, that next activation, his first attack, you can't do anything about it because he's Swift.
Except for take it.
Unless you also have a Swift model.
It reminds me of like Covert in Spoils, or I don't know what it's called, Magic Stealth, maybe.
It's flying. Similar, yeah.
Where like the only thing it does means you can only interact with those things.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That's all you need to do to make flying creatures and magic feel different. And same here.
Yeah, blocking if you're not flying, right?
You know?
Are you a bird or aren't you? And then finally has Berserk. Now, this is a very special rule, and a lot of the models have this. May activate while fatigued or exhausted. So normally you choose an unexhausted, unfatigued thing. So I can activate even if I'm totally exhausted. In addition, once per activation, may pay 1 favor and suffer 3 damage instead of gaining fatigue.
Wow.
So if I want to activate and do my stuff, I can pay a favor and take 3 damage, and rather than gaining a fatigue, I will stay fresh.
So you can really extend out a turn.
Yep. Can do a lot. And you just, Sven could have a fatigue and be like, I can still do something. So just watch yourself.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for that.
Okay.
And then finally, Lika, my newest model that I'm so excited about.
She's cool.
Looks great, right? Has a net and a trident.
Look at that. She got like glasses on.
So good.
And horns.
Just so good.
That little knife.
Yeah.
That net. And the trident.
It's beautiful. Little sword dancing thing. Has 2 abilities. Snare. Enemy models that declare attacks while in base contact may not move as part of the resolution. So that's what the net means. So a lot of times you'll have attacks that reposition you and let you move afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You got a net, you're snared. You can't do it.
So how close to her?
Base to base.
Okay.
And then finally, she has a star on a lot of her damage track here on the front of her ability card.
Okay.
And that is in circle. And that means the model is displaced by the defending model. So what that means is anytime something's displaced, it can be placed anywhere within, I think, an inch of the displacing model.
So she can displace if she hits that star.
So basically, she hits the star and she can appear next to you, behind you, around
moves.
you. She moves. She's displaced. Yeah. So she gets to like dance around.
Crazy.
She's a net dancer.
So you got a movie list.
Yeah, dude, I got nothing
Lots
but
of
this game.
adaptability
is
and
nothing but movies.
momentum. Okay, well, let me give you my rundown.
All right.
That way no one's confused here. Gotta start with the Captain Septimus. So he's got his, standard damage track here, which we'll cover in a minute. Those arrows means he can push you.
Yeah, those are pushes, yeah.
All right, his ability is Valor. After the resolution of an attack in which the defending enemy model generated favor from damage caused by this model earns a favor. So I earn favor when you would generate favor.
Mm-hmm.
Momentum.
So good.
This model may make a 2-inch follow-up move when resolving a successful push.
That's the kind of thing,
In addition, this model ignores the push resistance granted to opponents for having a larger base size.
Right on.
So he can push people around. He's got 3 pushes on his damage track.
He's a pusher,
And he
man.
can move 2 every time.
Watch out for that pit.
Yeah. Oh, and that's my shield.
Look at how good that
Man.
looks. You did a great job on this.
Thank you.
Love it.
Just dancing around. So that's Septimus. Then we have a crowd favorite, apparently hard to find, Lupa. She brings the hammer to the fight, jumping off these rocks. And she's got Hot-Blooded. When she upgrades an attack to a power attack, it generates a favor die, which must be added to the attack roll. So she gets a
so
bonus
good.
favor on every power attack.
So good.
Then she's got Caveat Emptor. After this model declares an attack, before rolling dice, the defending model may pay 2 favor to this model's controller to make the result of the attack a draw, with no net successes on either side.
That's crazy.
So you can pay me 2 favor.
I pay you 2 favor and I cancel your attack.
Yeah.
Caveat emptor, I think is what that is in the Roman or the Greek or whatever.
She's crazy.
But that's kind of the faction, is like you're going to generate a ton of favor because you're playing to the crowd 24/7. You're here for the show.
Are you not entertained?
I'm here to live.
We also got Mycon. He's the guy with the gauntlets.
Just a wrestler.
Just a monster. Ton of health. He's got a lot of abilities. He's got one of the star abilities at the bottom of his track, which is Atlas Throw. This model generates 1 favor if he hits that. If the defending model is not a beast or a titan, place it anywhere within D3 inches of its current position. If the defending model is a mounted rider, the mount will remain in place and the rider will be forcibly dismounted and placed within D3 inches of the mount.
You're a wrestler.
Atlas Throw allows for follow-up movement as though it were a single push. Stoic doesn't suffer fatigue when pushed into a hazard. This model still suffers any other effects of the hazard. Momentum, same thing. When he pushes, he gets to move 2. Then reversal. This model may resolve its damage tree effects in reverse order.
It's the best system.
Net successes are still applied from the top of the damage tree.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate how much I think this combat tree system is the best thing to have ever happened to a miniatures game. The best thing. Straight up. You missing a model? Wow, you look really confused. I've never seen you look so confused.
I'm missing a model.
Oh, look at that. You got your little...
My little case.
You got your little case.
I'm missing a model.
Who are you missing?
I'm missing Urbicus, and I'm missing the stat card for this guy.
Oh, you've done a little flip-flop.
Somehow.
Isn't that that's not Nero, is it?
No, that's the newest guy. I ordered him with your... let me just make sure he's not here.
Here is the bull.
There he is.
Tribune.
Tribune.
Tribune. Tribune's awesome.
So I don't have the Urbicus model, so I won't be using Urbicus.
Who do you have?
I have these 2.
Oh, you have 6 total models. Just one of them's not on the table.
Yeah. So I'm going to go... He's gone. Let's look at Tribune.
Yeah, you don't need Urbicus.
He's out of here.
Who needs Urbicus?
Tribune has a star in the middle of his track. Exile. The defending model is pushed 3 inches directly away from this model. This model may not follow up. This model may pay 1 favor to resolve any remaining successes, though it will still engage the defending
That's
model.
amazing. Wow, that's amazing. I love that.
Then
So you push me away and then keep going down the tree?
Yeah. Then Sanction. This model's controller gains a favor when a model attacking this model fails to achieve at least 1 net success.
So similar. So I do 2 to you with Fridge. You gain a favor if I don't attack you. So that's amazing. I love that ability.
And that's this guy with the mask
Welcome to
on.
Flavor Town, man.
Yeah.
I'm opening this door out, guys.
He's all looking cool. And then finally, we get Marcus Furious, my own Trident net guy. Trident's a net very popular this time of year.
Bring in the nets.
And he's got Entangle. Enemy models must gain 1 fatigue to leave this model's engagement range. Enemy models do not gain 1 fatigue if they are pushed, shifted, or displaced, etc., etc. And then Harrier, when an enemy model engaged by this model removes fatigue, this model generates a favor.
It's so awesome.
This rule has no effect during a clear turn.
It's so awesome. It's so awesome. I love that. I love that model. I've been jealous of that model before. All right, let's zoom out back to the arena.
I feel like every time I use that model and then it affects you, you're very jealous.
Yeah, I'm gonna be excited the whole time.
And then what was? Oh, we have this thing because I'm all the same faction, so I get some fancy abilities, right?
Yeah, we both do. We both got our little faction abilities.
So I have Flourish, Ludus Magnus Gladiator models in my cohort earn a favor if during an attack or counterattack they reach the bottom of their damage tree and still have more unapplied net successes.
Yeah, dude, you're overkiller.
Then Circus Maximus, Ludus Magnus Gladiator models in my cohort may spend up to 3 favor dice a turn. Typically it's 2, right?
Typically it is 2, yeah.
And then Rouse Tactic Cost, a Ludus Magnus Gladiator model in my cohort gains a fatigue, earn a favor. This tactic may only be used once per clear turn. So on my clear turns,
only happen on clear turns, right? Yeah. And then I've got a passive ability, Brave, here. Models in my cohort may react while fatigued or exhausted. If they do, they spend a favor and suffer 3 damage. So I can always react, which can be good, but it's a heavy cost. I find that I have a hard time using that ability.
I can never pin you down.
Yeah, you always got to be aware of that.
But you take damage when you do that. So I just got to keep forcing you to the limit.
Then we've got 2 tactics. Those happen during clear turns. For 1 favor, I can choose a model in my cohort and immediately resolve an attack with 1 net success against a model engaged by it. So it's immediate 1 net success attack. It may only affect each gladiator once per clear turn. And then Blood Brothers, my favorite ability. It's a free tactic. A gladiator in my cohort takes 2 damage. Another one heals 2 vitality.
Nice.
So I can manipulate these vitality tracks to try to gain as much favor as possible from bringing them back up over the limit and then back down.
Yeah, and then as you're doing that, you get to do weird stuff.
I get to do all sorts of weird stuff.
Which we'll cover. Okay, so we just randomly place these things, right? So many whatever from the side.
Yeah, you know, I honestly don't care at all.
All right, I'm just going to put stuff on the table.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Let's just say you can deploy on any half of the table. Let's just get into it. If you're going to put one up here in the, I mean, you know, I'm
just putting them.
Let's get to it.
Putting them down. All right.
All right.
Stuff deployed. These look cool.
We'll just pile in around the pillars. So we'll put Sven over here. We'll put our main guy here. Get some trappers. I'm a spread out kind of guy. I feel like the 2 shields should probably lead the charge here. And then
shields and nets, eh?
Yeah, we'll get a little. See, look, I'll do a little similar. We'll get the net over here in the background, just to make it okay. Actually, you know what? Let's put net up front and let's have Fridge in the support role here.
You don't want her getting dunked on her.
You want her to stay back and kind of help her friends.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to go over the quick turn structure.
Please.
So step 1, you may remove a fatigue from a friendly fatigued model, and it cannot activate this turn.
Okay.
So the way that I think that is easier to think about, choose a model to activate, then remove a fatigue from anything else.
Okay. And the model has to have no fatigue on it.
Right, has to start. Step 2 is activate a ready model, which is something without a fatigue token on it. You may not activate a model that began the turn fatigued or exhausted. You may declare actions with the active model, but you may not declare actions that would cause it to gain fatigue beyond the exhausted state. So it can only go up to 2. Step 3, once you choose to declare no further actions or are unable to take further actions with your model, the turn passes to your opponent. You don't have to continue acting until it's exhausted. You may end the model's activation after resolving any action. That's really important. Okay, now the clear turn. When all of your models start the turn fatigued or exhausted, so everything's got a token, you start the turn, it begins a clear turn. You're going to remove 1 state of exhaustion from all the models, and then you can activate tactics.
And this happens when you basically don't have a model you can activate.
That's correct. Yep, everything gets a little bit refreshed. And then there's the last man standing rule. If you only have 1 model out, then you get to clear turn every time.
Yeah.
And then still activate.
So my goal is always to get down to 1 model as quickly as possible.
That's a great idea. So then we've got 3 basic actions that all you need to know. 1 is move. A model's first move is free. It costs you no fatigue. And then you gain a fatigue for each additional move. You move up to the model's move value in inches. Models may not move through hazards or other model spaces. We're going to say you can move over this.
Okay.
To ride the lightning, you can move over this. Of course, you just can't move through a pillar.
Can you move over this?
No, let's have it be a throw into things.
Okay.
Moment. Then you can attack, and that's 1 fatigue. Target any enemy model within an inch is the general engagement range. Resolve the attack as described in the combat section. So we're going to roll dice, and then we're going to resolve. And then finally, a power attack costs you 1 additional fatigue to upgrade this attack to a power attack. You get to re-roll any dice after you roll the first round. And then the effect, of course, is that you're going to be more effective.
And don't we get bonus? We get favor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can use that favor to add dice to attacks.
I think you can add up to 2 favor to any attack.
I can do 3 because that's my special.
Because you're so fancy.
Yeah.
Then we've got reactions. So things you can do as a reaction. You can take 1 fatigue to move. You can take 1 fatigue to do an opportunity attack. So after you move out of my range, I can pay 1 and do an opportunity attack. You can counter attack for 1 fatigue. You attack me, I get to roll dice back at you rather than my defense dice. I roll my attack dice, and I can damage you that way. And then assist.
And if I attack and you attack back, is it whoever does the better attack gets to do the result?
Hits cancel each other, and then whoever has the highest. And then assist. Enemy model declares an attack action against a friendly model. You can assist that model by adding your defense to their defense. And then models are unable to add their defense. Do not pay the cost of their reaction, though they've made one. So like if for some reason move effects make it where I can't assist you by the time it's time to roll the dice, I still have used my 1 reaction for the turn, but I don't actually take the fatigue because I never actually did it. Combat is as streamlined as possible, etc., etc. We'll get into that. That's easy. Vitality bar is easy. Favor dice. Each player begins with 3 favor dice. Do you want to have a special, you want to have our special little D6 brick?
Yeah, I like that. Are you not entertained?
So we start with 3, and this is a resource that will need to stay static. So I'm going to keep it right back here.
So you're doing 3 literal dice?
3 dice, yeah. Just gain 3. And then each player begins with 3. When it's earned, it goes into this pool. So anytime you earn favor, it goes into the pool. As long as you have favor in your pool, you can spend it on tactics, or you can add it to attack or defense rolls, or to activate special abilities. Spend up to 2 dice a turn. So don't forget that. When favor is spent to enhance an attack or defense, add it to the pool. On a 4+, it counts as a 2 rather than a 1 for purposes of success.
Only the favor dice?
All dice are 4 and up is success. Favor dice are 4 and up is 2 successes.
Gotcha.
So it's a good way to really just push around. And then finally, hazards. Gain a fatigue when you're pushed into a hazard. If it has spikes on it, like this here pillar, you're also going to take 3 damage, ignoring armor. So don't get pushed into that. A lethal hazard, like a cliff or a pit, is going to, if any part of your base touches it, it's defeated. Mark all the vitality boxes, remove it from play.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, it's beautiful. If you want to, instead, you can treat a fall as a wounding hazard instead. We had done that in the past, but I think we should just YOLO it. And that is it.
All right, you want to go first?
Yeah,
Let's get into this.
I'll go first. Let's go. Okay. Starting with me, I'm going to do my favorite move of all. I'm going to start by declaring a move action with Sven.
Now, can I react as a move?
You can any reaction costs a fatigue.
Yep.
But you can react to the first thing I do, the second thing I do, the third thing I do, etc. You can do multiple actions in a turn. You usually don't because it would exhaust you. And if you attack me and I'm exhausted, you get a free success and a free push. So that model is like dead. But Sven has the thing where if you don't have Swift, you can't react to the first thing I do.
Yeah, so I won't.
So I'm going to do a move. And I'm going to go downtown.
I almost wish that all the models had the same movement.
Most of them do. Most of them are 6s. 6s, 5s.
My big guys are 5s, but...
And then my second action, I'm going to declare a move, and you can react to that as you like.
And do I react after you do it?
I think you declare it after I declare it, and then I resolve, and then you resolve. If I'm not mistaken. Or it may be after I resolve the move. I think it's after resolution. Let me double check that. It's actually really relevant for me.
Yeah.
1 reaction a turn. Cost reacting model gains after an enemy model resolves X, you react. So I'm gonna resolve my move here. That's gonna cost me 1 fatigue.
And so when you move like that right off the board, like if this guy was moving 6, he doesn't move 6, he only moves 5. But let's say he was moving 6. Do I do it like this and then he literally hops the template?
Yeah.
Like that's how much the move is, not like he can go up to 6.
No, yeah, it's like that. It's up to 6.
Okay.
Like you're measuring it with a tape measure or whatever. 6 inches. So I'm going to gain a fatigue to move. Any reactions to
that? Yes.
Yeah.
Because I get to clear 1 fatigue for free,
Correct.
so I may as well react with something.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
This is the thing, when I see new players play Arena Rex, this is the thing they don't fully comprehend, is that you can react in a very in-the-moment way. So, like, you can react over here to something that I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
Which is just how it makes the game feel alive.
I'm going to react with Mycon, and he has to exhaust through this?
Yeah. Or he has to fatigue up 1 level.
Yeah. And he can go 5. So he'll go up to 5 here. And then that was my reaction.
Right on. And then I can, in my turn, I can keep going. If I do another move, I would go to exhausted.
I dare you.
I'm going to end my turn right now.
Yeah.
And so that passes over to you.
So start of my turn, I'm going to clear this.
Yeah.
Because that's technically the first step. But then I have to activate anything that's not him.
That's right.
Which is great. Well, and I don't think I have anything Swift. So I don't have the same pleasure as you. Okay.
And we play, I think, first damage, first blood gets a favor die.
First person to hit someone?
Yeah. That's a good way to just get things rolling.
I'm going to move with Lupa. And she's got a 6 movement. So she's going to come here. Let's not get too close to that pit or that wall.
I like to live dangerous.
So that was the first thing she's doing, which is a free move.
Yep.
And you can technically react to that.
I can totally react to that. And I'm going to hold my reaction for now.
Okay. And I can just end my turn here.
Yep.
I will do that.
Okay. Over to me.
No reason to get crazy.
No, yeah, let's keep it tight here.
This game looks awesome.
It's so good. So good.
The joy of painted models is greater than the joy of perfect models.
First step, I'm going to remove a fatigue from Sven over here so I can react away from Mycon as needed, of course. Also happens to be my only option. Then, yeah, I'll call you out. I'm not scared. Am I a little scared? Let's get the shield squad up here.
All right.
So let's move, declaring a move with Gawler here. 6.
That's your free move.
It's a free move. You can react to it if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't want to because then you could punch me.
That's the beautiful thing, right? Is that there's this weird like tension. It's so good.
Yeah. No, I will let you keep going. But like if you move up to me, I could react away.
You could react away, or you could wait and just react and attack.
Yeah. Now, if you move up to me, can I react to attack you?
Only if I'm attacking you can you counterattack. Yeah.
Bahab says painted models roll better. It's scientific fact.
Okay. I'm hip to this. I'm gonna end my activation there.
Yep. I think that's a good play because I don't have any fatigue to clear. You just, we're just testing each other.
We're just testing the water.
Poke.
Just testing the water here.
All right. Because can you pre-measure in this game? I see.
Yeah, totally. I don't care about that at all.
I have to be base to base or within an inch to attack.
Let's say within an inch. I'll check that, but I'm certain it's within an inch.
Is this kind of thing where I'd have to like move and then pivot in? That'd be fine.
Yeah, 1 inch engagement range, 360. So facing doesn't matter. It's a gladiator fight. We're doing cool stuff constantly, so twirling around. Chop, 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 chop. Just like that.
I sort of want to go for the round 1 dunk.
Well, you give yourself a shot at it.
Force you to move or something.
And like if you force me to move, you can. This is how it happens sometimes. You can move. I move away. You move again, engage me, and then exhaust to attack. Now you're exhausted after that, but it can be the right call sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a little push pull.
And if someone's exhausted, can I remove 1 fatigue from them?
No.
They're
locked.
stuck until I do a clear turn.
They're locked.
Yeah. We'll just try and see how it goes. I'm going to go with my con.
Too tired.
So he can move 5. We're going to go 3, 4, 5. And we're moving just off screen, which is great. I think I'm still on screen.
You mean to?
Yeah, he's here. And Sven's almost here. Okay. It's cool.
We've got it. I'll just move in a little bit closer to that pit there.
Yeah.
Or let's just zoom out a tiny bit. Since we decided to go immediately off camera, let's just live that life. Get a little leg too. It's always good.
Give him a leg.
That's what the people are here for.
Zach Reeves says, give yourself a shot at giving him the stick. What up, Zach? Hope you're doing well.
Are you within 1 of me?
I was.
Okay, we'll say it's good then. Yeah, you're definitely there. Huh.
Now, you declare after I move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you get to see if I get there.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, if I just said move and you had to declare, I'm going to move, I could go a totally different direction.
Yeah. It's after the resolution.
I got to get a picture. These look too good.
Yeah.
It's cool. The terrain is next level. It's taking me there.
Okay. So, you can do a power attack here.
So, just so you're aware, Mycon has the reversal and the Atlas throw at special as his first thing if he does a reversal.
And you can dunk me right into the pit.
It's a D3 move.
Yeah, you're on the...
And what does the up arrow mean on the damage track?
That is you up a fatigue 1 level. So you fatigue them.
Yeah, so I have a literal D3 move and fatigue. Also, for what it's worth, if we pull up the Mycon stat card, basically when you're attacking and defending or attacking back, whoever has more successes gets to go that many down their damage tree. So like Mycon, if you look at him, has arrow, 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 up arrow, or star. And so the way that works is if I have 5 successes, I start at the top. I get to resolve the first thing, the second thing, the third thing, the fourth thing, and then I have to choose which branch to go down, the star or the 4. He has reversal, so he can go up or down his tree, which means I can immediately hit that star, which is a D3 throw to potentially take him into the...
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
That's right.
I am going to react to that. And it's worth noting, after the resolution of the move is the move reaction. Everything else is after declaring. So you declare an attack, then I have to react counterattack or assist or whatever. So this is too risky for Sven.
I'm with you, man.
I'm not pushing my luck on this. But I'm trying to decide, do I want to kind of try to sneak into the combat here? And
is there like an attack of opportunity something?
See if you'll chase me. Only when you're the non-active player and I move out of your range.
Okay. So yeah, I get you. If you were here at the start of your turn, you moved, I would get that chance.
That's right. I shouldn't do this. I'm going to, I think.
Oh, he's coming to Party Town.
I gotta make sure.
Ludus Magnus loves the pits.
I'm gonna get out of Dodge here.
This is the lion's den right here.
We're outta
That's
here.
how things go very poorly. Remember Net Guy you don't like?
Yeah.
He would make you regret that decision immediately.
In a bad space. All right. I'm reacted, and that cost me a fatigue.
All right. So technically, I could fatigue to move closer.
I don't think you could get within 1 based on
too slow.
The math of it. Yeah.
You're faster than me.
I'm a 6, you're a 5.
Like I said, I wish everyone had the same stat.
But then you wouldn't be this big, crazy wrestler who's slow,
Yeah.
You've played Zangief before.
Zangief.
Ian is right about this. On reversal, you don't start from the top. You just resolve in reverse order.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So like if you could resolve 3, you can do top to bottom or bottom to top.
I got you. Yeah, he still has 3 pushes as his first thing.
Yeah.
So he could have got you there if he was hitting an aim out.
The key with him on reversal is you can resolve that 4th fatigue up and then start resolving everything else. And I think that would actually maybe immediately give you that bonus. I don't know if that's true. But it's probably really about if you hit 5, you can throw and then start pushing rather than push and then throw.
Gotta be careful. My Max says, do you want to install these right now or do you want to install them tonight?
Can't you tell I'm talking?
It's never right now. Apple.
You want to keep going?
Well, you can't activate Sven, right? You can.
I can technically with Berserk. Yeah. For 3 damage and 1 favor.
Does he have any push?
He's got 2 pushes at 4 and 5.
But you can't push me because I'm bigger.
That's right. You're a giant wrestler, and I'm not even going to try.
So I am going to go ahead and take the fatigue to move again.
Right on. And I've used my 1 reaction, so I can't react ever again this turn.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get there. But let's just be... Actually, let's make it where you...
My guy just a little pit monster there.
He is a pit monster. Look at those. Those gauntlets were made for Bastion. Look at those things. Those are crazy. He's beefy. So he's going to be exhausted. But
boys here.
That's right. I mean, it
writes itself.
It's just there, right in brand. And I'm doing that ultimately. If you, like me, have no idea what you're doing in this game, verbalizing it helps me think about it. But essentially, when I go, I'm going to be able to clear this for free.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can't activate him yet. You're going to clear yours, of course.
Mm-hmm. We've got a little skirmish on the side. You can see the cinema of it, right?
I guess instead, I think this is smarter. Let's go back to here. Because really, you're going to go with something. And you can't go with your Swift guy.
No.
So I'm going to be able to react with him. Put the exhaustion down?
Put the exhaustion down. What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be able to react to move.
Yeah,
with him.
React. Uh-huh.
And then I'm in the same position, but I guess it lets me react with someone else. Let's just go. Let's rinse. Repeat.
I think the chase is good. That's right.
So we'll go there, and then it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I'll show you what's up here.
Van saying, did Steven paint all the minis? He started painting his last time we did a paint stream. I did a speed painting run this weekend just to see if I could do it. And it went all right. I'm happy about it.
Let's go with old Lika. 6 move.
She's also got the weird net thing going on, right?
She does have the weird net thing going on.
And is it like mine where it makes it hard for you to get out?
It's slightly different. Hers is that you can't move during her activation if you're next to her. So basically, if you would move away or if you would react to move away, she can net you.
I remember. My net guy, you fatigue to leave his range.
Yeah.
And does he get an attack of opportunity against you?
He can declare that. Yeah.
Which is so bad.
It's so bad.
Like if you're engaged with someone and he just walks up,
it's so
and
bad.
then I move my model, you can't get out. It's bad.
It's just he's netting everything.
All right, yeah. I'll by the end of this game, I'll remember how to play this semi decently.
Remove the fatigue from Sven, of course.
And I could react here.
Yep. React to this move if you'd like.
Let's go ahead and get Tribune to the party.
Now we're talking.
My big base guys, the beefy boys as they call them.
Wait, you moving 4 or 5? Is that 5?
He's a 5 mover.
You
Yeah.
guys are slow.
But it's just a bigger base.
Yeah.
Is your bigger base character a 5, or is she still a 6?
She is a 5. Yeah.
So that's kind of
Bases
a
travel.
rule of thumb here.
Yeah.
I technically have Septimus on Nero, the bull, and I'm not done with painting that yet. The bull particularly.
I love that.
So it really is Zach's beefy boys. When you get Mycon, Tribune, and Septimus on Nero, it's like it's beefy boy time. I literally have the beef.
That's the beef. Okay. That's fine. And then I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to end my activation there.
All right. Starting my turn. Let's clear this. Let's just prepare for that entanglement.
Welcome to London, fam.
And then I'm going to go with Septimus. He's going to move.
Okay. I like just not really knowing what any of these models do. You living in that world as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know you can tell by looking at them.
Which is one of the great things about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like I got a shield, I'm probably good at defense. You know, I've got a spear and a sword probably.
And I think that's what makes it, from a miniatures perspective, a great setting. Because, and it's simple enough that, when I'm playing Infinity, who knows what that gun you're holding does. It's like it might be a web shooter or a sniper
16 miles away. Or...
whereas in this case, it's like, well, that guy's got a spear. So, does that tell me anything about him? It doesn't really. I wish he could attack from an extra, couple inches. But
don't we all?
So he moved there. You got any reactions to that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna react with a move here.
What up, Wade? Saying I have a starter of this Zafiri sitting in a box with a bunch of old Relic Knights minis. Got them a couple years ago and have never put them together. Remember Relic Knights?
I do. That game was like the premier example of Kickstarter gone wrong.
Yeah, that game was coming out about the time we opened the store, and there were a handful of people really interested in playing at the store. But then basically anyone interested in the game had bought the first 3 years of models. And so it was like, well, we can't even really sell this.
Yeah, the classic retail model was not pleased with that. It was like, well, if I can't sell them, you can't play here.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience. But this game's great.
Yeah, I'm reacted here to move fridge up, so I can't react again this turn. If you want to push it, you can push the gas.
I don't. Pass.
All right. Now, the question I have to ask me is, do I really want to poke the bear here?
I'm asking you to, as you can tell.
I know, and I'm very excited about the possibility of getting dunked and or dunking.
And you're like, I might just do it.
I know that I can't dunk you, but I can definitely poke that bear.
We're in poking range now. And that's what a lot of the early Arena Rex turns are, though, right?
Yeah.
It's like a little back and forth until it's time for the fight to happen, and then it starts going crazy.
There are people very good at this game, too. I've seen them play at Gen Con and stuff.
They're not in this room.
It's like, oh, man, they're really thinking about this. Okay. Let's just get something interesting, because I think it's a role-playing game as much as anything to me. If I go up and try to wreck you and Mycon just dunks me into the pit, I think that's a very relevant moment for the game.
That's okay. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to declare Sven as the active model. I'm going to remove from fridge here.
Obsidian saying the silver and red dice you guys have look fantastic. These are they sold them at their booth. Like this is my faction logo on this die. Same with yours, right? Silver ones you have?
Yep.
Like reddish, but it's got this undertone of purple, which is amazing.
They do secret die quite often at those conventions. Jamie, what's up, Jamie, in the chat here? Creator of all this terrain. Jamie Martinson right there on YouTube. Hey, thank you, Jamie, for sending us this again. You guys check that out. I'll send that link again, and then we'll post it in the finished video, which I think most of you will be watching that later rather than now. Let me just find that. I gotta scroll up. There it is. Nico Industries. The whole 3D printing thing is a totally different world, man.
It truly is.
It's like we're sleeping on it, like Bitcoin and all that. The kids are doing it, NFTs and whatnot. It's like, what?
A non-fungible token.
What am I buying?
Yeah. Digital goods.
Digital goods, man.
That you can't do anything with.
All right, Sven's rolling up, and it's quick, so you can't react to it. Swift, so you can't react to it. We're going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
Within 1 inch. We're going to,
I got you, yeah. I remember
back to the wall.
I think it was in Horrors or War Machine or both. Where it's like you declare your intent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like I'm getting within range to hit you here.
What I'm actually doing is I'm doing a little wall run.
That's right.
And then doing an attack.
And we'll see if you just get rejected.
All right, so I'm going to put this attack together. I'm declaring an attack. And when I declare the attack, I don't know. This is one thing that I will try to find in the rules. Is whether or not I have to commit to favor die now, or if I do that after I find out your counterattack or not counterattack. So I'm sure they're going to tell me.
Dude, Mycon has muscles on top of his muscles. This is crazy. The light in here is really good.
Yeah.
Right, what is happening?
Okay, let's see favor dice. Let's see if we add that. And then we spin on it. Yeah, roll the attack.
I kind of like getting punched early. Although is it first attack or first blood gets a favor die?
First blood.
First person.
It's got to work.
Yeah,
it's got to work. Otherwise,
so like if I counter and attack you and do damage to you, I get favor on my turn.
That's right.
But you get favor from taking damage. So, also the way you get favor from taking damage is the perfect comeback mechanic.
I have an addendum. The first model to attack an enemy model earns a favor.
There it is. I thought it was. The first one to engage something is really going to get the crowd going.
And you earn one at the end of your activation if you push someone into a hazard and was defeated. So the crowd likes you killing things in hazards.
It makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so I declare an attack, then you declare your reaction, then I decide favor dice, then you decide favor dice.
Okay, so just a recap. You attack.
Yep.
I can either do nothing and choose my defense dice.
Right.
I can take a fatigue to attack you back instead.
That's correct.
in which case I would get to use my 6 instead of my 3 dice.
Correct.
Then after I choose, you choose how many of those green dice to put in your pool on top of your standard stat. Then I choose, do I get to add these if I want them?
Yeah, up to 2.
And then
3 for you, technically.
we roll.
That's right.
4 and higher success. 4 or higher on these is 2 success.
Yeah.
Whoever has more cancels, whoever has less, the less cancels out of the more.
And then you go down the tree.
And the more is doing damage on the tree. Just confirming I get all that.
100%.
Okay.
Are we going to consider the outside of the arena a
wall?
push hazard? Yeah, let's do that. Push me up against the wall, basically.
Yeah. And pushes, how do pushes read?
Move 1 inch, up to 1 inch.
Any direction.
Any direction, yes.
So, like, let's say I did three hits to you. Just hypothetically. Let me make sure I'm understanding this.
Okay.
It would be push, push, push.
Yep.
So I could push you an inch, use my momentum to move, push you an inch, move, dunk you in the dunk.
You could, you could absolutely.
Assuming that's how that worked out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it will, just saying it could.
And do you have follow up over there? So can you move more than 1 inch in follow up?
The momentum is he can make a 2-inch follow up move when resolving a successful push.
So yeah, you can reposition. You're like a little billiard ball. You can reposition and try to hit the shot.
Okay, interesting.
So declaring an attack, and it's 6 dice.
Because on the flip side, you're exhausted.
I'm fatigued.
Oh, you're fatigued. So can you react away from me if I do something?
Not typically, but I can pay a favor and 3 damage because I'm Zephyri to do that. But in the general scope of the game, no. Because I'm fatigued, I will not be able to react to your next thing.
But you technically can, to not get dunked.
I technically
which is better than the alternative.
I play a little fast and loose with Zephyri, yeah.
Because there's a part of me that would want to just defend for 3.
Yeah.
Take some damage. Maybe get a favor. Who knows? Get whatever bad. Just let you do your thing. And then I have a fresh turn.
That's right.
But a fresh turn attack isn't really much better, is it? Is there any benefit? I can turn it to a power attack.
You can turn it to a power attack, or you can attack twice. Like even here, I can attack you, see what happens, and then flip up to exhausted and attack again.
And if you did that, that could get real bad for you.
It could get very saucy, but you can react to that second attack, knowing that I'm all in, and then you can do a counter attack or something. You know, so there's a lot of it's a lot of psychology here.
I mean, it's tempting. What's your attack stat?
My attack stat is a 6. These 6 dice.
So it'd be 6 to 6.
But then, of course, you couldn't react. You couldn't activate on your next activation. So that's kind of the push-pull, yeah.
Yeah. But I could clear the exhaust and do something else.
It's a great little game, man.
All right, let's do it. Let's just get in there. I'm gonna react and attack.
You have counter attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I decide how many favorite I submit.
Oh, we don't play no games.
I'm going to put in 1 favorite. I just want to see if the crowd wants this to happen.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling they really liked the wall jump into my con. So I'm going to see if I'm correct in my assumptions there.
Okay.
Now, would you like to add any? You could roll the boat here.
I think I'm going to. This is how I play games.
Go.
I want to turn 1 Dunkarooski. So I'm going to put all 3 in because that's my faction ability. My faction rewards me for entering the bottom of my tree.
Yeah. Going past it, basically.
Yeah. And I know a 4, 5, or 6 is 2 on each of these. So if I can just...
The dunk possibility is strong.
Because you're hard to hunt down, is the thing. So if I have a chance to just do it, I think you just got to go
do your
for
dance.
Yeah. I'll either really
Thanks,
regret
Jam.
this or I'll love that I did this.
This is the beautiful moment, though, isn't it? We just get to see what
Literally,
the crowd wants.
Can you imagine? You see this guy on the edge of the arena just running over and he like goes to spear this giant thing and then like one of 2 things is going to happen.
You know they want Mycon to just like totally slammer jammer this one.
Like
put it up like MJ.
Mountain and Viper when he just like crunch. It's like and the crowd goes nuts. All right. So
Shall
we
we
roll
roll it
simultaneously?
Yeah. Eyes on those green dice.
I'm nervous.
Yahtzee?
Yahtzee.
3, 2, 1.
There you go.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good hits.
You get double. You got your doubles.
So
the crowd did not like me on the favorite die, so that goes away. And I've got 3 others that go away. So I've got 3 hits here.
So I got 4 normal hits and 2 on the favorite dice.
So you're 8 to my 3?
Yes.
So you get 5 hits on that.
So I get to the bottom of my track, but to get my bonus, I have to have an extra left.
You would have to go past it. That's right. So now you resolve. You can resolve from bottom to top or top to bottom. But you get all 5, however you want it.
And if I dunk you, you wouldn't get favor from your damage tree, or would you?
You do. You mark all your boxes. Yeah.
All right.
Hey Brad, hey, so we sent an email about that literally about an hour ago. Legistory posted an update that retailers in North America, UK, and Europe were going to have shipping delays on getting Monarch Unlimited, so it has been delayed getting to us. We don't expect it'll be a very long delay. We're talking about weekish, according to their estimates. But check your email, and you'll have an update about that. So we'll get that to you as soon as possible. We're just waiting on it to get here to us from Legend Story. And we linked to that announcement that they made to that point.
Is there anything weird you have when I'm pushing you?
No.
Okay.
No,
so this is going to be great. So I'll just do 5 starting from the top.
Okay.
I think.
Now, worth noting, I don't know if you'll be able, you probably need to Atlas throw first or entirely.
Well, I have 3 pushes.
So you have to push directly away.
Oh, okay.
Your problem's going to be like...
I didn't know you had to push directly away. So
unless you can move first.
No. We'll go all the way to the bottom. We'll Atlas throw first.
All right, what's Atlas throw say?
So Atlas throw says, this model generates a favor.
Oh, sweet.
If the defending model is not a beast or titan, which you're not, place it anywhere within D3 inches. So I'll roll a D6. Divide by 2. So I roll a 3, divide by 2, 1. That would be a 2.
Is it round up or round down?
Well, it's 1 and 2 are 1, 2 and 3 are 2.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that works for me.
So 2 inches anywhere.
You can place. You can't place in a pit, but you can...
I can get you real close.
You can get right there. And how many favorite are you left with? So you started with 0. You gained 1 for the throw.
Uh-huh.
The Atlas throw. So you're sitting on 1 currently.
1 currently, yeah.
Okay.
So I think I'll just go 2 inches. This isn't the pit, right? Technically?
No, not technically.
Yeah. So we'll go there.
The ulti up.
Yeah. And then do you take any damage from that box? Technically? Like the push boxes, doesn't it?
I think everything is 1.
Does 1?
I think
so
everything's
technically
1.
that would be 1.
All right.
So you can mark that. Here's
We'll add them all up and do them at the very end.
Then I have the fatigue thing for 1.
Right.
Right.
I'm tired. And that's 1 more damage.
I have a push for 1. So
Okay.
I'm going to push you 1 inch.
Do it.
And it has to be directly away.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go here like you popped over that corner.
Dancing, man. Dancing.
And then you take 1 from that.
Yeah.
And then I get a move 2. And then I'll push you 1 directly away, which I assume is going to be pit zone.
I think you'll get me in the pit eventually.
Even if it's not, we'll just say it's not. So you take another damage,
Yeah.
but then I get a move 2.
Follow up.
And then
it's pit town, baby.
we send you to pit zone.
Nice. All right, so let me mark my stuff here.
I love it.
I'm gonna gain 3 favor.
Yep.
There's 1. 2,
I also
3.
love too. Before you did it, you were like, "This could either go really well, or I'm gonna get dunked."
And we got dunked. Then, we've got. I think that's it. So disengage isn't gonna matter because you can't disengage out of the pit. Berserk isn't gonna matter. We gained the 3 favorite ice, and Sven will be out of the moment.
Oh, this is awesome. So first, Brad, congratulations, saying probably for the best. I get married in 14 days, so it'd be a distraction.
Oh, very nice.
Congratulations, man. Then Dylan, did you see this Dylan comment? I love this. Saying, saw the update this morning. Thanks to the team for being the most in-touch online buying experience I've ever had.
Nice.
Really appreciate hearing that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sven in the pit. End of activation.
And you gained favor from that, right? Do I get something from you going in the pit?
Yes, you gain 1 favor because you ended with me in the hazard.
In the pit zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
O'Reilly.
I like that you left
Pit
Sven in the pit.
zone. You gotta leave him in there.
Yeah. He's just down there. The crowd goes nuts. We talked about for a while doing streams of this game where literally the audience could award favor for like cool moves.
Yes, I would absolutely love that.
All right. So I'm going to go
See what this is.
with my net man, Marcus. I'm going to remove this just so he's fresh.
You got to keep Mike on fresh. He's in the pit zone.
Yeah, and then this guy will move. So he's gonna move. He has a 6 move, which you can tell what he's doing. He's my support role.
Oh, I need the one for the first blood too. So I'm the crowd is like, okay, we need a battle here. Yeah, I've got 6 to 2.
Because you're piled up, but that's like I said, it's a great comeback mechanic.
Yeah.
So I moved here. You got any reaction?
Good question here. Really good question. Yeah. I've got a reaction, all right. Let's go here.
Okay.
And we're going to react 5 across.
She's grooving.
Is that 5 this way?
That's fine.
We're going to just remember that.
You got it.
Fatigued.
Okay. Then I'll pass.
Okay. All right. Who needs to get in the situation here?
I like that we started with a little like outer rim
Yeah.
scruff.
Start with the battle.
But this is in the middle is where things go down.
This is where things are about to happen, aren't they? Let's see where you're at over here. Just asking for a friend situation, yeah. All right, I'll play. I'll activate here with old Gyaller. And we're going to roll in here. And then I'm going to remove a fatigue from Bjarvid as the start of the thing.
Okay, so I can react.
You can react. You can't react with Tribune, of course, but you can react with any of these models to move. Primarily to move. I think that's the only thing you could do, unless you have abilities that'll
I don't think so.
make it matter.
Let's react with my Marcus Furious. Well, you could attack still, right?
Yeah, technically attack twice.
So let's just wait. I'll pass. Keep going.
Okay. Now is the ultimate decision. Tribune got to go.
You don't like him?
He's bigger than me, so the first push will be ignored if that matters. So I'll have 2 pushes potentially if I go all the way down the track. I mean, Geller's a barbarian, right?
You tell me.
Let's just call it
This is your story.
Call it a day. I think I'm just going to take 1 attack on Tribune. What are your stats over there? 2/2?
3 defense. What?
3 defense, 1 armor. Okay.
Yeah.
Just light armor, but high defense.
That's like almost all of my stuff.
Yeah.
Besides Septimus.
So let's just exhaust for fatigue for an attack. I've got 6.
Now I can react to that.
You can react to the attack, although I don't know if you have any model that is close enough for it to matter.
So I can't react with a move.
Move can only react after I resolve a move.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's kind of like the moving segment of the game, and then there's the
Okay.
attacking segment of the game.
Okay.
Let me make sure on that too, on the reactions. I think we had played it like that at some point. We played it a lot of different ways. Yeah, only after I resolve a move can you make a move react.
Okay. I'll allow it.
All right.
Oh, interesting. Tribune has no favor on his damage track.
Oh, cool. He only gets it from like a special ability, right?
This model's controller gains a favor when the model attacking this model fails to achieve at least 1 net success.
So you get 3 dice. You got 3 defense. I got 6. So we'll just take it to the oddsometer. All right. A nice solid average of 3 successes.
1 success.
Okay. So we're going to get 1 minus from you. So we've got 2 successes to resolve.
And how's my armor? Is there...
It's going to block the first damage, basically armor 1. So
Okay.
we'll total up all the damage done, and then we'll apply it all at once.
Gotcha, cool.
So I could do a move, and then I could do... Gyaller is the attack tree I've got to look at here. So I can do a move and then 2 damage, but that move would be canceled. So that's kind of a waste of time. You're bigger than me. Or I can do damage, so that makes more sense. So I'm going to do 2 damage on my first track, 2 damage on my second. So you'll end up taking 4 damage minus your armor of 1. So you take 3 damage on your track there.
Can I start left?
Yep. Yeah, left to right.
Okay.
And then I could potentially push my luck and attack again and go to exhausted, but that puts me in a really tough spot. I don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna call that the end of my activation.
Okay. That's solid.
Yeah, just laying some damage, you know?
All right. Starting my turn. I will remove this exhaustion. And then that's a trap.
Isn't that what we're here for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crash, we talked about that at the start of the stream. If you want to rewind it back, you can get the info on the Arkham stuff.
Take that. Rewind it back. Interesting. I'm tempted to go with Lupa over to your boy.
It's your boy.
Because then I have the two tossing them back and forth vibe going on.
Slap.
Oh, yeah, it is a slap fest.
You know, slap fight.
All right, I'm going to just try it. I'm going to go with Lupa. She's going to move. I'm just going to move, like, here.
All right. Let me see if this works. Okay.
What's the, that thing do?
That is a reposition. So what's cool, that means you get to move 3 inches. As soon as you hit that on your track, you stop any additional successes and you move 3 inches away, and then you remove a fatigue. So like you fatigue to attack, but if it works, you can get out of the way and go back to fresh.
Wow.
And then you end your activation.
She's crazy.
Yeah. That's what Sven can do too. So I was like, that would be fun.
So if you remove it, do you keep going down the train?
Your activation stops, your damage tree stops, you move 3 inches, and you remove a fatigue.
If you choose to do that.
If you choose it. You kind of have to do that. Well, no, you don't have to do it.
Because there's more after it.
It's if you're outside of 1 inch at the end of that reposition is when you stop the activation and remove the fatigue. So you can just reposition around and keep going, or you can reposition out and then remove the fatigue.
Gotcha.
So you can kind of dance around a little bit.
Okay.
I will not react with a move there.
Okay. She will exhaust to attack.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and declare a reaction with that. So I've got this Brave passive. So even when I'm fatigued, I can react by gaining a fatigue and spending a favor and suffering 3 damage. So I'm going to spend a favor and suffer 3 damage.
Now, we're saying, too, you could pay me 2 favor to cancel the attack.
Oh, no. We don't need that.
It's not your kind of economy.
No. I'm looking to use this old Blood Brothers passive here. Okay, so I've taken my 3 damage, and I am reacting with a... What's your attack stat?
6.
Are you hot-blooded over there? You automatically get a power die or something?
I am hot-blooded. When I upgrade an attack to a power attack, I generate a favor.
Which you're not doing.
That's when you double exhaust?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I will, I'll take it to the crowd here. I think I'm going to do a counterattack. Yeah, I'll do a counterattack.
Feels good. Okay. I will...
Any favor dice.
And you took 3 damage instead of exhaustion again, basically.
Mm-hmm. 3 damage and a favor. Yeah. The crowd loves that. They love that I don't die easily. I'm the perfect foil to Ludus.
I'll add 2 dice.
I'm in, man. Let's go.
I run this engine hot.
Let's see what the crowd wants, baby.
Are you not entertained?
Oh, you got the dads on your... Oh, and the favor dice say no. I just got wrecked. Ugh.
Yikes.
3 successes.
So I have 3 successes and 2 crits. So yeah. I'm 4 ahead?
You're up. Yeah, you get 4 up. Crowd's weak on Zephyri today.
Makes sense. My faction's built for the crowd. I like that. So I'm up by 4. I can do 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've got 2 armor 7, just to...
8. How much health?
2 armor and 5, 7, 8, 10 left. 10 health left.
That's close to bad. 2 armor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Getting close.
Or you could jump out, so you could do 4, you could do 5, jump out, and
that's what I think I have to do. So this is Lupa's damage tree. So I'll go on the left one, which is 2. Then the reposition thing, which will do 1, so that's 5 damage. But then I can move 3, and if I'm outside an inch of
you will stop all your further results, remove your fatigue, and end your activation.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So 5 total?
5 total.
Coming to me?
Yeah. And you have the 2 armor.
2 armor, so I'm going to take 3. 1, 2, 3, and that pushes me down my...
Let's actually just go back to this position.
That pushes me down my track. Now, Geller has second wind, so instead of gaining this favor die from taking damage, I can actually remove an exhaustion, which I'm going to do. Because he's a tough boy.
My goodness, I love it. These factions are actually so both of us.
I know, isn't it great?
It's incredible.
It's so good.
Okay.
Okay.
What up, Jan? Welcome. Saying late to the party, but the game looks interesting. It's really good.
Okay.
But now that Tribune's like ready to party.
Everything's ready to party right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I really need to set up
a trap.
Something good here.
Yeah. I'm out of favor.
I mean, so the thing is, like, I can remove it. I can gain the favor instead, and just so I need to decide before I do that if I'm actually going to use him this turn, which is my original intent. But then I'm thinking I'm essentially in a Luda's party, and I'm the only one invited.
Yeah. Because if you're not going to activate him, you may as well not.
You may as well not
do that.
You've got 4 people in the house, and so I'm not going to do that. I'll not take advantage of the second win. I'll just take the favor.
I'm with you on that. Danny's saying if any of you experienced the big animal units, kind of want to feel the rhino. Steven has a tiger.
Unfortunately, I just didn't have it painted. I got the tiger, and you have the bull at home, don't you? Yeah. The Septimus on Nero.
Yep. As soon as I saw Septimus on Nero, I knew this was my faction.
The living hazards are so fun. All right, I'm going to activate Fridge here.
I am the Tim. Says hard to tell based on my research if this game is dead or not. Kind of a strange COVID hibernation. So it's just a very slow. There's people that
a slow burn.
Very much care about this game, and they are not in a rush. They've been doing this game for years. The convention circuit for them, I think, is really important. So they're releasing probably a handful of models a year.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Just slowly putting them out.
All right, Fridge is going to activate. We're going to remove here, and then I'm going to position myself about right here because she can move in and assist people.
She's that block helper.
So she doesn't need to be super fast there.
So I can technically react to move.
If you'd like. You can get a free Tribune move there too, because I can't like react to it during my activation, it's only during yours.
Well, I almost want to put my net homie in the middle of your.
Now that's a good idea.
Party, but then you can just dunk on me.
I can swing. Yeah.
You can swing for real.
Swing.
Swing. So here's an interesting question. Let's say a Tribune was here. Then on my turn, I move Lupa. If you react and move away, but it's my turn.
No opportunity attack. Yeah. The rule set is so clean. Yeah, and Tim, it would be perfect as a side game to Infinity. Absolutely perfect. I think it's the best. I think it's the best mini skirmish system that there is.
I mean, I like free moves.
Who doesn't, right?
But and my react move does cost me a fatigue. But I could clear it.
She would, of course, then clear, yeah. Danny, yeah, we played Infinity for a good year and a half, 2 years at the old store. We don't still actively play, but we keep up with Corvus Belli and Carlos and everybody at the various conventions and whatnot. Huge fan of the game. I don't have the time or the resources for it. We just never really were miniatures dedicated folks.
Yeah. It's hard. It's a lot of
work.
It took me like a decade to get to the point where I could comfortably just paint miniatures in okay fashion.
But now you're an expert, as well.
Of course, yeah. Just a painting genius. Man, this is actually a weirdly hard choice.
The game's great at that.
Yeah. Because I don't want to move up to you where you can swing at me. Duh.
What's a swing anyway? Just some damage here and there. It's not a big deal.
You know what? I'm going to move a Lupa. You have to be within an inch to hit me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's move here.
Very nice.
You'll see why later.
Later. My grand plan is revealed. I'm going to pass.
All right. Mine?
Yep.
I'm going to clear here and not go with Lupa. Let's go with my Tribune.
Tribune.
So he can just swing.
Tribune can swing, yeah.
And you can't move away from that.
I can't move away.
You can swing back at me, though.
I can swing back.
Sure, I'll swing at you with my Tribune.
Normal attack, power attack?
Normal.
Normal attack. Okay. Let's play the fridge game here. So I'm going to declare an assist.
How does this work?
So normally it's a model that is either engaged with the attacking model or the defending model can assist. Fridge has that special little ability, intervene, where when she declares an assist, she can move 3 inches and then move 3 inches afterwards. So she's going to move 3 inches like up to here.
Okay.
And if you have any abilities here that make this matter, just let me know.
Don't.
And then she's going to add her defense to Gyalar. So he's 2, she's 3, so I'm going to roll 5 dice. And if you don't achieve a success, I get to do 2 damage to you per retaliate.
Amazing. And so she has to be within one of the defender?
Defender or attacker, yeah.
That's super good. Super good. Okay, cool. All so right. I roll 6, you roll 5. And I need a little bit of luck here.
And do you want to add any favorite die?
I don't have any of those.
Well, I'll add one. Crowd loves it, right? They've got to turn for my favorite at some point.
3 hits.
And they don't.
Oh my god.
1 success. So you get 2 net successes.
It's such bad math. So if I push you directly away and you run into a model, what happens?
For you, I don't think it's anything. I think with Legion, they have a thing where they get net successes by pushing people around. But...
Okay. So I get 2 successes. So I'll push you, and then I assume you stop at your model.
Mm-hmm.
And then do 2 damage. So it's 3 total damage.
Okay. 3 total minus 2 armor, so I take 1. And then after that, Fridge can move 3 inches. And so just to prevent any funny business, I'm going to move right here to block you out of the thing. I'm going to try to push Gyalar to keep me out of that potential pit, even.
Yeah. The maybe pit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then can I move? Or do I have to move first? I can move after.
You can move. Yeah, you just have to exhaust to move.
Now it's an exhaust move.
No, that's not true. It's the first move of the round is free.
So I can always move for free.
Yeah, you can move for free, yeah. Got ourselves a proper scrum here in the middle, don't we? I like it.
I don't know that I want to move. Yeah, I'll move because you're too far away from me now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll move for free.
Okay, keep the party alive.
And then it's your turn.
All right. All right. Let me see if you push into a friendly. I think it's if you push into friendly models, there might be something in that.
Wade says, I own Infinity. That doesn't mean I manage to schedule time to play it, though. Adulting is hard. Also have the RPG books for it. The great universe. Danny Goodnight saying, anyone here tried Defiance? So you played that at Gen Con, right?
Yeah, we played it at Gen Con. It was really fun.
He says he was upset he missed that boat. I am the Tim says, I'm still waiting for Defiance to get here. That's my excuse for my other models not being painted.
So if you push me into a friendly model, you gain 1 net success.
So I had an extra success.
You push me into me. You have to push me into you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like your friends.
Yeah,
are
you were
like,
saying
you know,
friendly
little
model, and I
playground
was
trick.
like, your friendly model? Okay, cool.
Okay. Back to Steven. Well, let's keep this going. I'll resolve this. Someone's gonna win this battle.
Agreed.
I gotta do something before I just get wrecked here. So we're gonna go with Gyaller here. Take that away.
Mm-hmm.
You got no favorite dice currently.
I need you to punch me.
How much health do you have left over there?
With who?
For Tribune.
11.
11. And 12 on Lupa.
Mm-hmm.
Both 3-1. 11 left and 1 armor. I can do 11. Just 11. Just shy. So close. Well. Here we are. What's a Lupa up to anyway? What's Tribune's weird ability over there?
What are you talking about?
What's that with his weird abilities there?
I gain a favor when you attack this model and don't get at least one net success.
Mm-hmm.
And then his star on the 3rd slot is exile. He can push a defending model 3 inches directly away.
Oh, when he hits the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This list was made for tossing.
You know what? Gyaller is going to declare an attack against Tribune.
Okay.
You can react with Lupa to assist.
And how does assisting work?
You add your defense to the model's defense. So you would have a 6 in that instance.
I could exhaust and counter.
I think it's only the attacking model can counter. Make sure of that.
But I mean, with Tribune.
Yeah, but you're fatigued.
Yeah.
So you can't do that currently. Only unexhausted stuff can react. Counterattack. Against the reactor model, yeah. So you can't react with a counterattack because you're fatigued.
Okay.
I am tired.
I'll just not do anything.
Okay, 6-3, a classic bout.
This is your chance. How many power die you putting in?
None. The crowd doesn't want it, I'm not going to rely on him. You know?
2.
2. Why? Why do I roll dice in games? Okay, and then you gain a power die because I did not achieve a net success. Right. Yeah, or a favorite dice
card.
Man. Okay, and then all in that there.
All right, mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Lupa. This gets removed.
Right on.
Lupa is gonna attack. Homeboy.
Mm-hmm. And I will. It's just a normal attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll assist with the fridge.
You gave me favor. Let's put it in there.
Put it in. You may as well. We know it's gonna land anyway, don't we? All right, 5 coming in.
4. My power die did not hit.
All right, I've got 3.
So I get you once.
You give me once. Just shy of the 2 damage I was looking for in that retaliate.
I'll do 2 damage to you.
All right, I've got 2 armor.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. You want to keep pushing?
No.
Attack again?
Yeah. Nope. Okay. I'm very content. You're the exhausted one now.
All right. Let's react, or let's activate. Let's activate here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll remove 1 from fridge. We're going to declare a move. We're going to move 6. Kind of squeeze through there. Help!
Yeah.
And you can react with a move if you'd like.
I will. Like.
I do like. The
Can
dude likes.
Can I see hers card?
Yeah.
That would be easier for me to.
She kind of moves around a lot. That's her main thing. Snares the world.
Well, it's just a party, isn't it?
It is a party, yeah.
Can't fit in there without being in your attack range.
Come on in, man.
Get Marcus in there.
React, he says.
See how far away I can get. Not far enough.
Still in?
I think so. So we're just gonna make it work. Be reasonable.
We got the pile now, don't we?
Yep.
All right, Marcus exhausted or fatigues up to do that.
Yeah.
How many hit points is he? He's a weakling. 11?
11. Yep.
All right, dude. Let's make it so. Let's declare a power attack against Marcus Aurelius.
All right.
Let's go, Lika. Now's your chance.
This is your moment.
6. I'm gonna put 2 favorite die in because I do have to reroll.
I'm just letting you dunk here.
Good luck.
2.
Okay. We got 1,
That's a
2,
good roll.
3, and we get to the reroll because it's a power attack, so that's worth something there. Okay, 2 more there. So we officially have 6 successes.
2 over here.
So 4 successes total. Okay. Fascinating. Okay, if we do that. Okay. I can do this. I can do something interesting here. I'm on Lika's damage tree here.
Okay.
Things are about to get wily.
Yeah, I gotta get a picture of the scrum.
Yeah. Obsidian, yes, you're flying over the Colosseum. So you have God's view officially. So I'm going to start by resolving the star. That's an ability called Encircle. I can displace Lika by the defending model. So when something's displaced, you put it in base to base anywhere around its outside edge. So I'm going to go here. I'm a dancer. And then I'm going to resolve.
I've always said that about you.
So that's 1 damage. We'll calculate damage in a second. And then we got to push. So I'm going to push you 1 inch into
Ground models.
Old Galler.
To get a bonus success.
Bonus success. So now I'm at 5. So I go all the way down.
Do you get a move when you push me?
Yeah, everyone gets a 1 inch follow up.
Oh,
Your
okay.
big ones get a 2 inch most of the time, so they can kind of billiard around. So then we're just going to go with the damage track. So star, push, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 11 damage total.
1 armor. Take 10.
So close. If I had gotten 1 more success, it's 12 damage.
Yeah.
Just a dunkaroo.
You gain 2.
And you get 3 favor dice, right?
That's right.
3 on the track.
All right. The table has been set.
But I am exhausted. So
those are big moments when you decide to exhaust.
yeah. So we'll see what happens with that.
So when you're exhausted, I get some sort of bonus.
You get an automatic success, and as long as you hit, you get an automatic push.
Okay. So let's go.
Spaghetti.
First, I'm gonna remove this exhaustion from Lupa.
Okay.
Second. Yeah, he's just bait. You took the bait, whether or not it was worth it.
Take
I do
it.
not know.
Take that bait.
How do we decide we're resolving this thing?
It's if somebody ends their turn on it, after the activation ends, where anybody is on it, we roll a d6. A 6, it opens up.
All right.
and they get two favor die because the crowd loves it.
Because the crowd
We'll give them two
absolutely
favor die.
adores it. Yeah. It's like when someone throws someone through the top of the cage in a cage match. It's like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Look at that scrum, though. It's lovely.
How much health does she have?
She has a total of 12 health and 1 armor, so 13 total damage would get it done.
No particular reason.
She loves being right next to that pillar too. Loves it.
That's extra damage, right?
I think it does. This one does a wound. This one just fatigues up. So, but if you end their lives on a thing, you get a favor die. So it's fun either way.
That's my kind of math, yeah.
And worth noting, your net bro is snared, which means that you cannot declare enemy models that declare attacks in base contact with this model may not move as part of the resolution. So no repositioning mainly is the main thing. So Lupa, if she ended up in base contact, would be a problem.
Well, let's apply the pressure.
Roll the dice, man. Let's see what happens. Are you not entertained?
I'm gonna go with Septimus.
All right. Yeah.
It's the ideal time to do it. You're fatigued with them.
Yeah.
And that's exhausted. So you're gonna have to go with something else. I think you're gonna want to try to help defend with your friend. So I just gotta put the pressure on. All right, he's gonna move here, not in base to base.
All right, you ready for the bamboozle?
Yeah.
This is a Fury Bamboozle. So Brave, I can react while fatigued or exhausted and suffer 3 damage and a favor. So I'm going to spend my last favor die. I'm going to take 3 damage on Lika, which is going to gain me 1 favor die back.
Nice.
And then I'm going to declare a move.
And what lets you move?
I can just react to your move.
That's what she does.
Yeah, so Brave, you can react while you're exhausted.
Okay.
By paying the troll toll, basically. And then we have to really decide how we want to do this. Do I just want to try to get safe? Because you can pursue me pretty heavily. And you might. You might keep the gas on. That's the weird thing. Now, what happens here? Is there a move out of the way problem with net bro?
Oh, that's true.
Let's see what that does first.
Yeah, entangle. Enemy models must gain a fatigue to leave this model's engagement range. Enemy models do not gain a fatigue if they are pushed, if they're displaced out of this model's engagement range.
I don't think I can move.
I don't think you can run.
No, I'm netted.
I trapped you and I didn't mean it.
All right. So
I knew it would be annoying. I just didn't realize it'd be that annoying.
I won't react to your move.
So you won't lose the favor.
Nothing happened there. I gain my favor back. No damage.
All right. Septimus,
But I can counterattack, for instance.
Because you're brave.
Yeah. And that's the question I'll be asking myself.
That's fine by me. I'm going to swing at you with Septimus.
Okay, just normal attack.
Yeah, I don't need rerolls.
Who needs rerolls anyway?
And when you're rolling with these hot hands.
Okay. Does Fridge even want to hop in there?
Because I get a free success because you're exhausted, right?
Yeah.
We like free successes.
You got free successes.
Free is the word.
Free successes is the word. How much damage can you do with Septimus? Pretty a lot.
2, 4, 6, 8, 11.
11 is kind of standard.
Or I could do 3 pushes and 5. So it would be 8 damage and 3 pushes if I get max successes, or 11 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do... Boy.
This is a 7-card pile up.
Boy, howdy. Yeah, you go with the one that brought you, right? It's got to turn over for me, huh? Fridge. Fridge is going to react.
It's eventually got to.
Well, wait, what does this say again? Move out of engagement range, something or other?
Just going to put this on.
Yeah, sure.
It says enemy models must gain a fatigue to leave this model's engagement.
Okay, I'll stay in it.
Yeah, do not leave it.
And assist you here. The old fridge ping pong ball here. So I'm going to add 3. So I'm at 5 dice.
Okay.
No favor for me.
I'm going to add 2 favor.
Yeah. But they don't like it.
The crowd, they love it.
They don't like it. Yep.
Would have kept that on the stick. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not my best, not my worst.
That's not bad.
A lot of 1s.
All right, 3.
I got 2, 4.
All right, minus. You get 1 success. You worked hard for it.
2 damage. Oh, and a free success though.
Yeah. So you get technically 2 successes and a free push.
2 successes and a free push. Okay. Yeah. But push is directly away, and directly away is into your own model, so that doesn't much matter to me. So I'll just do the 2 and 2 damage, so 4 damage.
4 damage.
Yeah.
And I have 1 armor, so I'll take 3.
Yeah. Also worth noting, if you gain favor from an attack of Septimus, he gains a favor.
I do gain a favor, courtesy of my vitality track on Lika. What's up, Obsidian? Yeah, it's Miss the lapel mic sound was way more consistent, although I understand the trade-off. We're still working on that. We'll get that. We'll get it improved even more. I've got a few more things coming in that I think will help quite a bit.
The sound a little bit.
And even right now, like I feel like the mics are a little too, like I feel like this needs to be pointed down. Because usually on other games, we're not quite as locked in. You're probably fine.
Yeah. Well, I noticed you're like leaning in quite a bit, which is going to capture the sound.
The push also does the damage, so I'll take 1 more.
What push?
The free push.
Oh, the free push.
Free push.
Wait a second. So I get a free hit and a free push. And the free push is just like a standard push. So technically...
You can push up to 1.
Does the push happen first?
I think it's at the end of everything. Look, it's always the most confusing part of the game, honestly.
Because I have momentum. So the question I have is, can I do this? Free push. Move my 2 inches. Then resolve my damage track?
Let's see. I think it's at the very end. Let's see what exhausted is.
Because then the extra push is actually an extra damage tree thing.
Push, exhaustion. Okay. You get a free push result, which must be resolved before or after any box on the attacker's damage tree.
Wow. Okay, so check this out. Free push. Gonna send you straight back into your person.
Yeah.
Which does will do 1 damage. And then I have momentum. So I can move 2. So I'll move here. Then I'll do my damage tree.
Nice.
Which is, and this is on Septimus. So then a 2 damage. And then a push. So I'll push you into me now.
So it's 4 damage total. And then that gives you 1 more success. So you can go down 1 more track.
Right. So then, and that's once. That doesn't keep happening, right?
No.
So then I pushed you, so I'll actually move again with momentum. And then I will do the 2. So it ends up being 2, 4, 5, 6.
So 6 minus 1, so take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Consider it done.
Mark's saying audio is wonderful over here. Sure.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's hearable the whole time.
That's definitely the point.
Step 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was, I had to exhaust because I moved and I attacked.
You attack again.
Yeah, I don't think I will. You're totally exhausted over here, so I'll take it easy.
Okay. All right.
I'm very much, besides just going for it here, not pushing I'm spinning my dice a lot, but like, I'm not double tapping, which I think I would normally do. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, what happened to all this push the luck stuff, huh?
Carlo, this is awesome, saying, I've been following Throwback Thursday since the pandemic happened. This is my first time catching it live, though. Well, welcome. Glad to have you along.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to declare activation here with Bjarvit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to remove a fatigue from Fridge.
Fridge is like the most Steven mechanical
So
model
good, right?
I've ever experienced.
All right, first action. We're rolling into the party.
Carlo, Dark Age Feudal Lords or Alien vs. Predator is on the list. I've never even heard of Dark Age Feudal. So I'll look at it.
Do you want to react to that move?
Yes.
React
my
on.
homie.
Get Mike on in there.
I'm just getting a little closer.
Oh, Mike.
I don't want to be close enough where you can punch me. But I do want to be close enough where I can think
It's
about
like a
it.
reverse course and lay an attack into exhaust. It's like so funny. It's the crazy thing about the game. I'm going to declare another move. And let me make sure this is right.
You're heading for a clear turn.
I sure am. We'll get right in here.
Now, can you optionally choose a clear turn?
Nope. Cannot.
Did you have to take that exhaustion off?
I think I have to. Or it may be optional. Let me double check. But I would do it anyway.
That makes sense, because if I do anything, you can basically block it.
That's
and
what
then be exhausted.
That's what I'm gunning for, yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right. Mine?
Yeah, you may remove a fatigue, so that is optional. And Netboy is fatigued, yeah. Easy to forget. Netboy, as we say.
I'm going to remove this from Septimus. Yeah, as the preferred nomenclature goes. Who's got less health, her or him?
Ooh, pretty close. 7 on her, 6 on him, but she has 1 armor, he has 2 armor, so identical numbers.
Can't tell. I don't think I can reach you. It's close. Yeah, it's probably there.
Right, close enough.
Just poke you with my hammer. Let's think about that. How much favor do you have? 3? 2?
2.
It's enough to just cancel my attack.
You got to use it wisely.
That would be okay if you cancel my attack. That would be a fine exchange. I mean, you can't lose a model, so that's a
You
problem.
can't lose a model. Although, I mean, prove that theory wrong.
You can. In fact,
Prove
you
that
can
theory
lose
wrong.
a model. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lupa, and she's just gonna try to swing at this thing. At her.
At Lika?
Mm-hmm.
Adjust this mic a little bit.
But technically, you could pay me 2 favor to stop this.
Nobody's paying you 2 favor. I am going to declare a reaction with Fridge here and an assist, and I can move 3 before that happens. Just put that where you want. I'm going to go to where you can't push me.
Can you move out of Netboy lane?
Oh, right. I've got to stay in like this pocket. Still within 1 inch, probably.
Yeah. I don't think she's not a great pusher anyway. I don't know. It's not great.
I'm scared of it.
You should be. Okay. So I've got an attack coming at you, and you're blocking.
I'm doing the assist with Fridge, so I'm looking at 5 dice.
I'm tossing in the both favor.
I'm looking at 6 dice, actually. Did that wrong last time. 6 dice coming in. You're tossing in 2 favor, huh?
Yep. I'm bloodthirsty. I get a free hit. I mean, I just got to take you.
Yeah.
It's close to Funky Town, and you're on a clear turn, so I got to go.
What's
again.
your damage at its best?
2, 4, 5, 12 plus the free push, so 13.
12, 13, 13, 12.
5309.
Oh. I'm putting 2 in.
Yep.
See if the crowd will save me.
It's the kind of thing where, like, on this particular turn, if I do take that model off the table, it's going to start getting real fishy. So if you can prevent it, it's
Chances
good.
are high.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. All right, and a perfectly average roll. 5 successes.
I also got 5 successes.
Nice.
But I get 1 free success, right?
That's right.
And 1 free push.
That's right.
So,
So you get 1 success and 1 push. You can push before or after.
I will push you and do nothing but 1 damage.
Okay.
And then I will do 2 damage. So 3 total damage coming out.
Taking 2. I gain 1 favor die. Does that matter to your math? 1 favor?
No.
You don't gain it on your other thing or whatever?
No.
Okay. All right, look, we did it. We got to a clear turn. So it goes to me.
I appreciate you showing the crowd
I just
all
wanted
the
to show
various
it off.
turns
you
that
know?
could happen.
And I'll look up our basic tactics that we have, which are really nice. And there we go. Okay, so first thing that happens during a clear turn is I remove a fatigue from everything.
Powerful, yeah.
Clear, clear, clear. And this will flip down. So Lika gets a little bit of a fresh start. Oh, you know what? Her net ability, you couldn't have repositioned at all. Because you can't move during your attack with her net.
Isn't that only when I'm base to base or something?
Maybe just base to base.
I remember not being base to base for a reason.
Yeah, base contact.
Okay. Yeah. So you
I
you
have to
set
get in
that up.
base contact.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we remove fatigue from everything. And then we got access to tactics. There are a few basic tactics. One is maneuver. Declare a standard move action for 1 favor die. Cost no fatigue. You can do that for any number of models that you want. Trade 1 favor die for 1 move. No reactions, no funny business. You can recover to remove a fatigue, so I can pay 1 favor die to remove the additional fatigue from Lika. Or I can incite to incite a living hazard, which is great. I can make the tiger attack. And then because I'm Zephyri, I can also do an ambush, which is a 1 favor, resolve 1 net success against a model engaged by it. So I have a look at things that I could do. I get a free push with Gyalar. I can get a displacement with Lika. I get a push with Fridge. I get a push with Garvin. So displacement is pretty interesting. Like I could displace like over to here or something.
And get away from my net.
Which is pretty cool. I also have my favorite thing, which I'll be doing, called Blood Brothers. Zephyr Gladiator takes 2 damage and another one heals 2. So this is where the magic happens. I heal 2 from Lika. So that gets me back into vitality range.
Nice.
And I take 2.
That basically is going to let you get another favor if I hit you again.
That's right. And I can take 2 on Gyalar here to activate that ability and get another favor die. Or I can just...
but then it's getting fishy.
Not. And I will, in fact, not. I'm going to take 2 on Fridge here.
Your shield machine.
Yeah, shield machine's ready to go. All right, and then I got to decide, do I want to do any of these other tactics? Do I want to displace so that you don't have a full party here? No, I don't. I don't want to do anything. I want my favor die to be pure and clean.
Yep.
And then that's it. And then it goes back to you, and you can...
No, and technically,
the rock in the building.
I attacked with Lupa, so that should be there. Yeah. And this is going to permanently be there. Don't you worry about it. Okay, so starting my turn. Let's remove 1 from Lupa. And then it's time.
Fridge just dancing in there.
Mm-hmm. Fridge is good.
What's Septimus's stuff over there? Oh, you've got 1 on net, man. Oh, hold on a second. That's perfect. You have 1 armor?
Yep.
Oh, well, say no more. I'm going to use Lika on ambush. Chooses a Fury model, immediately resolve an attack with 1 net success against a model engaged. I'm going to do 2 damage to Marcus. Bada boom.
He's roasted.
Toast that, Marcus.
Marcus Dedis.
Marcus the Toasted. I've never seen that work before. That's really exciting.
All right.
Got ambushed. It's that little knife.
Got me. Right in the side. It's like in Gladiator when he gets him in the back with a knife.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm so pleased by that. Never been able to use that ability. I'm like, wait, it's the perfect moment.
I am well pleased. Oh, man. I'm going to go with Septimus.
What you gonna do?
With all that junk.
Yeah, all that shield and spear junk.
He's just going to swing right at her.
Standard attack.
Standard attack. I've spent all my
Your favorite die is gone. My favorite die is gone. We're in the scrum period of this now. I'll declare an assist with Fridge.
Yeah.
Eventually you will fail, and you will take 2 damage and love it.
It will be glorious. Not today. Maybe today. 2.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Boom. So 4 defense, 2 attack, no damage, retaliate for 2, right through the armor.
Woof. And then
You attack again, and I can't react to
I'll
it.
end my turn.
But you're so conservative. I thought you've been Hulk Hoganing this thing. What is this?
Who am I playing against?
What is this Zach Bun? I've never seen this before.
I have too many models compared to you, so me getting to a clear turn is going to take forever.
Yeah. You just gotta try a little harder, I think. You thought about that?
I'll consider that.
All right, now we get into the strats. The real strats here. Stratosphere.
It's funny.
Thanks.
I'm laughing.
Thanks.
You just can't hear it.
Good.
Someone has to verbally tell you about their laugh. It was funny, you see.
Okay, let's go with Bjarvit here. And we're going to remove a fatigue from our number 1 stunner there.
Meat shield.
I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm over here. And like a strong shield from the back. You can just imagine it, right? Can't you imagine it?
I'm there, man.
Like all that out of nowhere, blocking that thing, blocking that thing.
She's like lightning.
Septimus coming in. All right, Bjarvit's going to attack Septimus straight up. No funny business.
Straight up now.
Now, she's engaged with you, which means you can't react. Not that you could anyway. She's a trapper.
Let's go.
So here comes 6 attack dice. No favor, of course. We're going to fatigue to do this. Ooh, potatoes.
1.
1.
Oh, denied.
Mm-hmm. Potato factory over here.
Septimus says no. They're just slapping around now.
Oh, man, I want to exhaust.
Take another shot?
We're not going to do that, are we?
This is a weight. It's a weight to bear. It's a carry.
We're not going to do that.
Such a weight.
Gotta make sure that's on Lika. Well, man. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to. Come on.
Mine?
Yeah.
Remove this from Septimus. Lupa. We're just
Let's start slamming, man.
just rolling. She's actually going to attack.
Technically, she has to attack old Gyaller because he's got taunt.
Attacking Geller.
There you go. Look at me. Guess what Fridge is going to do?
Same song, different verse. You can only do that so much, though. You're going to be on another clear turn.
Hey, man, I like Blood Brothers. I'll clear every day of the week.
You have to, move, right?
Yeah, I can. I've got to get at least within an inch of one of these models. So let's go here. Is that an inch? You're a miniatures guy.
To me?
Between these two?
Yeah, you're definitely.
Okay, yeah. Consider it done. Assisted. 5 dice.
Let's go.
Potato Land 2. Here we go.
2.
2 damage, my friend.
Straight to the teeth. Tired of this.
They say the turtle is the most effective animal. You want to keep going, huh?
I don't know.
Come on. You get a free power die. You got a power attack with old hammer. Hammer friend. She's hot-blooded. Easy to see.
No, that's when I upgrade an attack.
She's got a fever. Yeah, 2 power attack, right? You can't do it now, obviously. But
yeah. I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Who's laughing now?
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna remove an exhaustion here. I'm gonna activate Gyaller. Trivia's got a what, a 12 over there to take? Can do 13, or he's got an 11 to take. So 12.
Yeah.
Pretty close. So let's just have a good time. The Gyaller's gonna get in there. He's gonna do a normal attack.
On old Trivia.
Yeah. This is the part where the crowd's getting the popcorn.
Yeah.
Get out
7-minute stretch, man.
They're just bashing each
talking.
All right, 2 successes.
2 blocks.
Oh, come on.
Give me a favor.
Get out of here.
The crowd loved it.
Oh my god.
You can't.
Awful.
Trivia over there with a mask is like, you can't see me.
His dice are loaded.
Loaded to the bottom. All right, mine.
Yeah.
Started my turn. Clear Lupa. Now we're just doing the song and dance here. And we're gonna go with Septimus. Septimus Prime. He's got a 6 damage attack, and we're going at her. Queen of the Sea.
All right. We're doing the assist.
I'm adding a power die.
Here it is.
Hulk Hogan charging up. Basically an hour of that.
Oh yeah, look, the crowd hates it.
Oh.
They love me. 4 successes.
2.
Take 2 damage. Call me in the morning.
Get a favor. That's the wrong one.
You'll fret, dude. Somebody call your what is it? Your refrigerator running?
You're out now, though, right?
I'm doing a clear turn.
Great.
You want to keep going?
No.
Okay. Clear turn activated. Wow, I accomplished a lot between those clear turns, actually. Did like 6 free damage for nothing.
That's the kind of trades you want to make.
Those are the good trades. All right, we're going to Blood Brothers. Gyaller's going to heal 2. Yarvit's going to take 2. Spread it around.
Yeah, smart.
You let the blood commence. And I have no favorite eye because the crowd hates what we're doing.
They're bored.
Literally.
They're literally crying with boredom.
So it's over to you, but I'm fresh as the spring rain here.
All right. We're going to go...
You know, Sven, the ultimate Queen's Gambit over there, just leaving Mycon by the pit.
Yeah, you just pulled him away, yeah. There's a long tail of this to me where it's like, if it ends up being that he's my last model,
yeah,
totally fresh, he's a great just indie
He's a pretty
model.
good last man.
So I'm gonna remove this from Septimus. Yeah, he's just hanging out over there. And we're gonna go with Lupa, and I have to attack that model I have to attack. So I'll attack, and we'll you can't cancel it. I'll add a favor.
I'm gonna assist there.
And I might. Let's get this done. I'm gonna exhaust Lupa. I'm gonna go power attack.
You are. Here we go.
So I get a free favor and I get a reroll.
This is the moment. I got 5, no power dice to speak of.
She's tired of it.
Oh, good defense though. 4 coming in.
All right.
Oof.
Let's reroll these 3.
I don't think it's gonna matter. Oh yeah.
Blank City. So 4, 5, 6 successes.
4 successes.
So I get 2.
I found my loaded baked potato die there. 2 successes. That's right. Who's laughing now, Lupa?
How much health you got?
I've got 8 health left, 2 armor.
I do something real quick. Pushes an inch.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's just find out, right?
I was trying to get the double.
Let's just find out.
The double zone.
I mean, I would be on the great. Oh no, I wouldn't.
I don't think so.
I'm so devastatingly close to that grade at that point. It's terrifying.
Let's just do 4 damage.
Right, I'll take 2.
That was my chance. I needed to bury you there.
Yeah, you had a great shot. Okay. So what you're saying is I need to do something impressive here.
And I can't remove one of these, right? She's stuck.
She's stuck forever.
I gotta get to a clear turn.
You do. You're not. There's no way that's 2 inches, right?
Where?
For you to from
No,
me to
that's
the
like
pillar? Okay.
probably 3,
Okay. Just making sure.
2.5.
Just making sure. Okay. Septimus, you're going down, man. You're going down. Hey, quick, you can look at that. What are you looking at?
What about it?
What are you looking at? Septimus is going to get attacked by Bjarvit. I'm going to remove this.
Who's Bjarvit?
This gal.
Okay.
You cannot react because she's a trapper.
Okay.
So we're just going to roll the dice here. I've got 6 to your defense of 2.
Yep. 1.
3. So I get 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we can live with that. So if we look at Bjarvit's damage tree, I'm going to take... so close to being able to push you into something meaningful. But I just don't have it. I'm going to take 3... I'm going to do 4 damage total. So I'm going to do the 3 damage and the reposition. And then I'm going to move 3 inches. And I'm going to end outside of engagement here. But where are we going to go? Would it be funny? Is there any world where I can scoot that? No, I don't think so. I've got a big base. All right, let's just not, we just won't end outside of, well, we will. Yeah, we will. You know what? I've got news for you, Mycon.
Oh, yes. Let's party.
I've changed my mind.
He's about to smash up against that pillar.
This is a perfect trap.
All right. Mine?
Yep, all you.
We'll clear this. We'll go with Septimus.
You took Septi's damage yet?
Yeah.
He's close.
Yeah. They don't last long, do they?
No, they really. It's usually one big swing.
Mm-hmm.
How cool, though.
Septimus is gonna move
Hmm.
for free.
All right, I might react. We'll see.
He can't push her because she's big. Well, what's the thing you can do to move shenanigans? Does she have it?
Like if she takes damage or something.
There's something that lets you move.
She has disengage, so if she takes damage and hits the vitality, she can move instead of gaining a favor die. That's the only thing that she's got.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna get out. Here. So you move there.
Mm-hmm.
Your reaction.
Yeah, I gotta think about it. Can she run downtown, man? I mean, that's really the question, isn't it? Tell me if Fridge is within 4 of Bjarvit.
This?
Yeah.
4 of that?
Mm-hmm.
She is not.
She's not.
She's like 4.5-ish.
All right. Then I will have no reactions.
Okay. Septimus will power attack.
Okay. First push will be canceled, but you would get 2.
I can't push you though, right? You're bigger than me.
Just the first one's canceled.
Oh.
You can still push the last 2 if you have.
Okay.
Yeah. Power attack, huh? This is the lewdest moment.
I saved up all my energy to go Hulk Hogan on you.
He's going Super Saiyan on me. I've got 3 defense, and that's all I've ever got.
All right, I'll throw in the favor die. If I get a reroll,
Surely you'll hit it, right?
you know.
As you 2 successful.
This is good. So these
4 up front.
Yeah.
No,
And
you
then
know,
I'll
when the
reroll
green
these
die
two.
hit, it's all the whole world revolves around those green dice, man. It's favorite dice.
Didn't.
Oh, it didn't.
But 5 damage, 5 hits to your 2.
Yeah.
So I get 3 successes. And your first push can't, which I don't even care about the push really. I didn't realize it could push you. It's helpful. Well, you know, if I push you an inch.
You might, I might hit that pillar, and it would fatigue me up, I believe.
Let's just go with, what's your armor?
Armor is low, 1.
Okay, I'll do 4 damage.
Okay. 4 total.
Yep.
So -1 is 3.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. I do have disengage, so I could move here.
Do you get a favor from that?
I do, but I don't know if I'm going to gain it or if I'm going to move. Oh, so if I gain it, you gain it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing that.
The gods do not favor you. Jay McGrath says, finally back to Arena Rex. I'll have to catch the VOD later. Gotta work. I've been waiting for new models, but I saw a post on the Facebook group that said the game was on hiatus due to lack of passion. I didn't know that.
Oh, weird. We should never have been featuring it. Okay. I'm going to use the disengage. Mycon's kind of a scary man. He's very scary. We're going to move, and we're going to move here. Just do a little math here. Am I within? No, just. Is that within 1?
Mm-hmm.
We'll just see what happens there. So disengage did not gain a favor die.
Okay. Your turn.
All right. Down with the shine. Lika. It's going to activate. Remove this fatigue. We're going to attack Lupa.
You got it.
Lupa with Lika. Clear the attack there. And boy, I can make this a power attack.
I'm gonna go ahead and, well, you have to decide first.
Yeah. Let's see if that's correct. No. No power attack.
All right, I'm gonna react to add my defense.
Assisting.
Yeah.
All right. Man's going for a clear turn.
You got it.
Come on, hot dice. 2 successes. 1,000,000.
Enough.
Does his ability happen when you assist? If it does, like Fred's a sick.
Attacking this model.
Okay.
That would be sick.
Pass.
Okay. I'll go here. I guess I have to clear this.
Yeah, it's optional.
I don't want to.
All right, don't clear.
Let's go with Mycon. He's gonna move.
Okay.
As you might have expected.
Show me where, though. Very precise. Need to get that laser out. Are you engaging me?
Yep.
Bumping ain't easy.
Barely.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't want to do that at all. So we will move as a reaction with Bjarvet. Because Mycon is a scary thing. And we will end up here. Engaging you there. Engaging you here.
Okay, mine.
Mm-hmm.
Still. We're gonna move again.
Right on. Uh-oh. From the back row. Yikes.
He's tired of it.
Fatigue up.
Then I got to make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I can swing at something.
You try to dunk that fridge. I guess you'd have to get to the bottom of the track to Atlas there, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Unlikely, but possible. We've seen the rolls.
Yeah. But I could just push. If I get 2 successes, I can put you on that grate. Sure, let's just go ham. I'll go ahead and swing here.
All right. I'm gonna counterattack.
All right.
Let's go.
Need a little favor here. Bring me the heat.
The crowd says we like it. She's been an MVP. 3 successes.
2.
Take 2 damage and call me in the morning.
Dang it. All right. That was not worth it. Go ahead.
All right. Yowler's going to activate. We're going to remove.
Where are you? You're almost on clear time.
I'm going to remove here. I got to finish this up. Remove here. And then, Gyaller is going to attack Lupa.
You got it.
There's going to be 1 net success there.
I'm too weak.
That's 6. And how much damage do you have to do there on Lupa?
10.
All right, we're going to make it a power attack.
Mm-hmm. He's going for the gusto.
Yeah.
I feel you.
All right.
Sometimes you just want to make it happen.
You just can't fail here. All right, 2 rerolls. Got 1 extra success there.
2 blocks.
5 blocks to 2 blocks. So we're going to remove 2 successes. We're going to add 1 back because you're exhausted. We've got a 4. So we're going to do Gyaller's damage tree, 2 damage. We're going to activate the free push first.
Yep.
So pushed in.
1 damage and get a free
1 damage
success.
free success.
So you get your whole chain.
5 chain. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Plus 1.
12.
Minus 1 armor. 11. You got it.
11.
3, 8, 9, 10. And I will gain 2 favor.
All right. Who's laughing now, Luda?
She gone. I've almost achieved my 1 model goal.
That's right. You should get in there quick. Galen Ray says, I wonder what other themes or settings this rule system could work for.
Any fighting game.
Damage trees. Just do damage trees. They're able to achieve such unique feeling in every single model with just a slightly different damage tree and 1 or 2 abilities. You don't have to, like on Crisis Protocol, you reference 17 things on a card. See what a model does. This achieves a very similar feel. It'd be like if Spider-Man had a displace the opposing unit ability. It's like, oh, he webbed him.
He webbed
That was
him.
easy.
I'm with you. All right, mine.
Yeah, yours.
Clear turn.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 fatigue from everything.
That's right.
Then technically I have this ability. Rouse. Cost. Ludus Magnus Gladiator and my cohort gains a fatigue, earn a favor. Can only be used once per clear turn.
Very nice.
So like technically I could put a fatigue back here and take another clear turn next round.
You could technically do that.
That seems good.
How big a boy are you?
You're gonna get a free swing.
How many
turn.
slaps are you looking to take?
I won't do that.
Oh, come on.
But that's my clear turn. And then it's your turn.
And you can also do the maneuvers, or you can remove additional fatigue if
With
you
a
want.
favor?
With a favor. Or you can move something with a favor die. Or multiple things. You got 2 tactics. You basically cash in favor die.
I'm gonna use 1 favor. Remove this.
Mm-hmm. The crowd favor, the model.
And you have 1 model you can activate?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
But I'm gonna totally try to put you in the pit.
Gotta catch me first.
Well, she's a trapper, so you can't react when she's base to base with her, when she's engaged with you.
If you choose to move and you move into base to base with me, then I can't move away.
It's after you resolve the move on the move reaction. Nice. So her whole thing is she can run in and you can't really do anything about it. Are you 3 away from that pit asking for a friend?
Yep.
It would only be fitting if your favorite model ended up in the pit.
That's right. Agreed.
All right, let's give it a shot here. I'm gonna declare a move. Got 5 in different area codes.
And so I can't react to move.
Now you cannot react. Courtesy of Trapper. And then I'm going to exhaust.
Now, if I reacted here and moved next to you,
you can't do that.
He defend with me?
You can only react once per my activation.
There it is.
Yeah.
We're good.
Use your move, etc. All right, power attack.
I'm going to counter attack.
Uh-huh. But are you going to add favor die?
Do you have any?
I have none.
But you get a reroll.
I get 1 reroll.
I'm putting it in. Let's go.
All right, we got a good roll here. 3 successes right down the middle. Oh, the crowd loved you.
I've got 4 successes.
Oh, no, I get the reroll.
It's a big reroll.
Give me at least something here. I'll take that as a loss. 4 to 4?
Yep.
Canceled.
It's like when it's like a
Septimus,
Royal
man.
Rumble where like the wrestlers like on the ropes and if they get pushed out they lose and he's just like not quite willing to go yet.
It's great.
All right, mine.
Now, can you imagine a wrestling game in this system? Can you imagine it?
It would actually be perfect.
Throws, pushes, body slams.
I'm gonna write the email tonight.
Get the Super Show people on this.
It's like, hey, let's make this happen.
Somebody make this happen.
All right, I'm gonna start my turn. And you're exhausted. You're exhausted with 2 things. You're on a clear
clearing,
turn.
dude.
Oh my
I'm
goodness, we're on clear turns.
I'm clear. Oh wait, I'm technically not because I didn't remove a fatigue from something when I activated, which I need to do.
Okay.
So I'll at least do that with Fridge, and then we can find out if that's gonna.
What up, Matt? We answered that at the top of the show. Short version is we haven't completely decided yet, but if you're a subscriber, you get an email when we decide how to move forward with those new product types with Arkham. Okay, so you cleared the fish.
Fridge is open, yeah. So if Tribune wants to do something, which seems like the only option,
It is what I have to do.
we will shield up.
Yeah.
I mean, now all I can imagine is there's a big ring here, and we've got wrestlers we're moving around.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
I mean, wrestling is just modern gladiator battles, right? It's the whole it's
Modern
the exact same
gladiator
thing.
battles with the soap opera on top of it.
Don't you think that in ancient Rome and stuff they had like the drama, like the? Do you think they like created kind of storylines where there's a reason this person's fighting a tiger or something like, or like the rivalries between like
Sure.
Sven and
Oh, yeah.
that probably happened right in like the tabloids.
There's
or
like a
whatever.
crowd, however, or the story circles around the fire after it's over.
They were training together and Sven was disrespected and so now they're gonna settle it in the ring, brother, in the arena, the Coliseum.
I'm gonna clear my con.
I'm not going into the clear turn.
No.
Exhausted 5 ways from Sunday here.
I want to go back to back and really try to clean this thing up.
Again, this terrain is all gorgeous. It's made by Jamie over at Stone Temple Studios. We'll post a link in the description of the video if you guys want to. There's some 3D files you can print or have printed, and it'll make it great. Make your board that much better. This is such a good experience playing on this terrain.
I'm gonna go with Tribune. I'm gonna move.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move here.
All right. No reaction.
And then he's just going to attack like normal.
All right. Fridge will assist.
Do the fridge thing.
The old Fridge thing, man. You're gonna go free everything. I need to stuff this one.
Because we get a free success.
5 die.
I might power attack this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we get really frisky there. We were so conservative up front, and now it's just haymakers.
Yeah. Well, I feel like for me, I like to power.
Yeah.
Where it's like I really go all out. So when you're doing it early, you just lock down a model, and it gets kind of a weird.
It's the weirdest way. Avid Gamer said they vaguely did stories, but it was more reenactment of famous battles of Rome kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like they would do like naval battles, specific battles and stuff.
Not exactly the ladder in the ring or whatever.
The belt hanging up there. You gotta go get it.
Yeah. Oh, those were epic, man. Those were crazy. How do they fall from such great heights and not seriously injure themselves? Is the ring just super bouncy?
I mean, a lot of those wrestlers have serious physical.
Oh, okay. They just hurt themselves.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and power attack it. Let's just take a chance.
All right. 5 dice versus your reroll 6.
Yep.
Oh yeah, good roll. 4.
Wow. 5 and a reroll.
Well, you got 1 success for sure.
Okay. I get a free and a free push.
Yeah. So you're on 2 successes, 1 push.
But if I push you out of my range, I can't keep going.
You can follow up. Always do a 1-inch follow-up.
Oh yeah, there it is. Well, you're going into the grate.
Oh, let's go then.
So I get a free push. So we're gonna go 1-inch push. And I'm gonna follow up.
Yep.
And that's 1 damage. And then I have 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have a push followed by a 2 damage.
So 4 damage total. I'm gonna go ahead and take 2, and then we'll take a look at the grade here. All right, taking 2. I'm gonna gain a power die. And now, Zach, per our special rules, you're gonna roll a d6. If you hit a 6, that grade is gonna open.
The crowd's gonna go nuts.
You're gonna gain 2 power die.
And you have to hang out there.
I had to hang out there. Yeah.
Didn't hit.
No,
Didn't hit.
not gonna happen.
But if it hits, I'm gonna go stomping around like Hulk Hogan. You watch.
I think. Do you think it's every activation the grate could open potentially? That's the way I feel about it. Like, as long as a model is there at the end of every activation, it could open on them.
I feel like what we should really do is, after you activate, if you didn't move off of it, you have to roll.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Like, you're the one taking the risk. It's not me randomly just dunking you.
Well,
like, if you were clear right now, you would have to go with him or risk the fact that he could go on.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I like that choice versus just, like, randomness.
Okay. Well, I'm going to clear turn.
You want me to help you out here?
Yeah, thank you. Okay. And then I could spin my favorite die to move off the grate, but we know that I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Blood Brothers. Galler's going to go up past his vitality.
That's a cool
track.
ability.
Isn't that good? And then Bridge. No, Lika is actually going to go down to give me another favor die here. It's the only way we can get the crowd's favor, just by beating ourselves up. And then I can resolve 1 success against somebody if I want to that I'm engaged with. Oof. I'm going to spend 1 favor to remove an additional fatigue here on Jarva.
Okay.
And then I'll pass to you, and I've got to roll for the
the grate.
You roll for it.
I feel like
you're the crate man. You're the crowd the crowd would benefit you.
I already rolled the fail on the first one.
So you're saying I should roll it?
Well, no. Instead of me ever rolling at the end of my turn, we'll just say that was the roll at the end of your turn.
I don't think you should roll at the.
I think it should just be on you, the person. If you choose to
don't get
leave
off
the
of
thing,
it.
it's on you.
All right.
So we'll say I rolled it and it didn't happen.
All right. Okay.
I'm cool with your opponent rolling it because then it feels less like you did it.
Right on.
My turn?
Your turn. Yeah.
All right. So we'll clear 1 from Septimus. We'll go with Mycon. Where's your little defense minion? There it is. Okay. If I attack here, do you have a way to move away from it somehow?
No.
So I will power attack.
Oof.
And I'm attacking your little defender friend.
She's gonna counterattack.
You'll love to see it.
All right, 4 again. 4 out of 6.
I got 3 with a reroll.
Let's put these over here for you.
4, 5.
1 success, Mycon.
Okay.
Ooh, that push is gonna mean a lot. Actually.
So I have a push, which will push you in here. And I can follow up move for 2. So I'll move over here.
Okay. And you get another success because you pushed me into a opposing model.
Yeah. So then I'll push you again, which doesn't really matter. And do 2 total damage.
Blocked. Who's laughing now, Mycon? You're pushing me around, huh?
And then you're up.
Okay. Garber's gonna go. Well, at least clear the fatigue. It's just such a liability now, though. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the pressure of you having to activate it at this point, I like more than you auto just getting done.
I'll clear the fatigue. All right, Bjarvid is going to do a power attack on Septimus.
And I can't react.
No reactions. Welcome to the deep end of the pool, Septimus. Okay, everything's fine. I got the reroll. Come on, crowd. Would you
blanks
show me some love here, would you? Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Show me some love. Okay, that's a full treat here. All right, so I'm going to do push, reposition, push, 3 push. So.
I did.
Push.
Septimus out.
Reposition a little bit. Push. Follow up.
That's awesome, Bentley.
Push.
Saying I have almost a complete Arena X collection. Backed it on Kickstarter. Just started with Flesh and Blood. And going to play my first game this Sunday after watching us play. Phenomenal. It's a great game.
Great. All right, you're in the dunk.
All right, you're exhausted or something?
Yeah.
Surely? Don't call me Shirley. And then roll your d6.
Mm-hmm. Three.
Lots of 3s.
Totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine.
All right, start of my turn. We'll take a clear turn. And then I will go ahead and spend a favor and clear my con.
Okay. You know, it's crazy. See, now, is he still up?
Yeah, he's still exhausted.
If he was unexhausted, he can do an opportunity attack if I do move off the grate, which is kind of interesting. And I can't defend against it.
Maybe I'll undo my con instead.
That seems good.
I like free attacks. And then I take another clear turn.
Yeah.
Which is good, because I get an attack plus I get a clear.
That's right. All right, I'm going to try to hop off the grate.
Yeah, of course. 1 in 6 is not great odds to just lose your model.
So...
And do I counter before you even move, I assume?
Yeah, I have to move out of your range, which I think I'm actually going to do. So I'm going to move here.
Okay.
For free, and then you get a free opportunity attack.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Rolling 6. And how does like my push and stuff resolve? Doesn't?
Let me see when that actually happens. Well, I think it'll tell us probably before the move, the counterattack happens. Their little PDF is really handy. Reactions. Counterattack. Okay, so it happens after an animal declares an attack action against it. No, that's not the counterattack. Opportunity attack. After I declare the move action. So I'm not here yet.
All right, let's just hear that. Rolling 6.
Oof.
4. Good odds.
Oh, wait, is it an attack? So do I roll defense dice?
Surely you do.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Attack plus 1 bonus success versus my defense. So you get a bonus success.
We'll put that over here.
My defense is 2. 1.
Cancel the bonus.
Cancel
so I get 4.
Yikes.
It's going to be 7 damage.
I'm going to take... I would be 1 away from death. I've got 2 armor and 6 health left.
I bet there's a way to make this fun. If I push you, do I have to push you the full distance?
Nope. Nope. Yes. Maybe. Push.
No reason to be asking.
That's a weird question, but I like it. Let me see if it says up to. Probably says up to. Push. 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 Pushing. Moves an enemy 1 inch directly away from the attacker.
Okay.
So there's no may.
All right, we'll do it. So I'll push you 1. No, I won't do it because then I have to be on the grate.
You know, maybe a little. Come on.
So I'll just do 3. I will do the second piece, which is push you 3 straight away. No, because then I don't get the last damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just do 7.
7. I think you have to push if you resolve the push. I think you have to
Resolve
resolve
that
it.
box?
I think you have to. A push result on the damage tree moves an enemy model 1 inch directly away from the attacker. I don't think there's a... there's not an option. You've got to push.
All right, let's do it.
You don't have to follow up, but then that would end it, wouldn't it? So now we're...
It's the grade off. So I'll follow up. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just do it.
I love it.
It's getting your way.
Yeah.
And then I'll push you 3 straight away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in non-great spell.
And then it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 damage. So -2, so I take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, wait. No. The star, you get pushed away and I can't follow up. So you don't take the last 3.
Okay.
So you take 2, 3, 4 damage.
2. All right, take 4, gain 1 favor.
We'll see how that pans out for old Tribune. I might be in Super Saiyan mode soon.
Mm-hmm. Mycon in super mode is interesting.
Your ability to divide all your damage is working in spades for you.
Yeah, it's working if you... Fridge with all that, like, defending and keeping things healthy. I think that's how it's supposed to play.
Yeah.
I've actually done it right for the first time. I never do it right. Jonathan's in list is so annoying that it's like, I can't do this. I can't figure this Legion garbage out. All right, well, I'm still moving. So I'm going to do what only y'all can do.
Oh, yes.
Come back into the party. And I'm going to declare an attack on Tribune.
You got it.
6 dice coming at you.
3 blocks.
Oh, but I rolled some hot sauce. 5 damage, or 5 dice. So I'll take 2 away.
Yep. Let's add 3.
Take 3 away.
It's magic.
2 hits. Let's just do 4 straight up damage.
Okay.
And let's see what happens with this grate, shall we?
So rolling for both of us.
Technically, yes.
Because the grade, I like that trigger. Whew. All right.
I'm in my activation there.
Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Clear turn. I have no favor.
That's right.
End of turn.
You can exhaust one of your models to gain a favor die.
We'll take the risk.
Then you would take a turn, remove the exhaustion.
I like the idea of this grate firing.
I do too. I'm with the crowd on this
Us
one.
losing the models, and then my Mycon being Super Saiyan mode. Let's try it.
I'm with the crowd.
Nope, 3.
3s and 1s, dude.
When it does finally hit, that was glorious.
It may never hit.
All right, you're up.
Okay. Lika is going to go. And we're going to remove an exhaustion from Fridge.
Fridge.
Yeah. Okay, let's go, Mycon.
Who's doing what?
I'm going to declare a move with Lika.
I will allow it. I guess I could move off that grate. You move first, and then I can react to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you resolve your move.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to move right here.
You're pushing. Did she have a lot of pushy?
She's got 2.
And what's happened? What happens when I'm base to base?
You cannot move during your attack. Get netted. Isn't this game fun?
It is really good.
It's so fun.
I'm just gonna exhaust Tribune to add his defense.
Oh, a little assist, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Playing the game. Playing the game, I see.
So I gotta clear it for free, basically.
Here comes 6. 2.
1 block.
All right. Hey, we got 1 money. I can do a 2 or I can do a displace. Let's do a displace effect. And I'll go base to base with both of these
Oh,
guys.
get out of here, man.
Get dancing.
Roll that d6, please.
All right.
Or you can go again.
I'm not going to go again.
On a 6, we both lose a little something. Nope. Woo!
I think we like the rush.
I do like it. We'll remove here. We're going with my con.
Crowd still wants us up there. They like the scrum so far.
So while I'm in base to base, but if I punch you and move you, I'm not in base to base.
Right. If you move me first, you don't get to.
Well, I want you up on that
Let me
grate.
make sure.
Let's get this grate going.
Enemy models that declare attacks while in base contact may not move as part of the attack resolution. So the moment you declare it, now you could definitely pop fridge up on there if you wanted to, of course. Depending on how spicy you want to get.
Oh, because I'd have to move.
Yeah.
And you can't counter because you're exhausted.
If you have to move, I can move in response, but then all my stuff's going on clear turns.
Yeah. But you can't move with something that's exhausted, right?
That's right. Technically, I think Zephyri can, but my likelihood of doing that is almost none. I can take 3 damage in a favor die, but favor die is like the most precious resource of the game.
Yeah, it sure is. I'm going to move with my con.
Okay.
And he's just going to move here.
All right, I will hold my position.
All right. Well, actually, hold on. I need to line this up, buddy.
It is a miniatures game after all.
Yeah, forget about that. I just want to get you downtown. Okay.
You gonna attack?
Then he is going to attack. And I have to think about this.
I'm definitely countering. Counter attack, yeah.
What's your attack value?
6 dice coming back at you.
I will just do a regular swing.
Regular swing. Sometimes when I've found that like you get their counter attack out of the way, and then your second swing you actually
Go
for
for
it. Yeah. 4.
0.
Ooh. Take 2 damage, Mycon. Courtesy of the Shield of Dread. Now, do you want to push or not? That's the question in it.
You can't counter this time.
I can't. No, got the 3 defense. I've been rolling the second half of this game. I've been rolling like fire.
Yeah, it's been something.
It usually turns over, doesn't it? Maybe the people like me again. I feel the crowd.
I need to get back in this.
The thing to remember is like most of my stuff is near dead also.
Yeah, I've been watching that. Like one good punch and you just dunks.
There's a number of dunks available.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and attack again.
Okay. 3 defense. 2 successes.
4 hits.
All right. You get 2 pushes. Dang it.
2 successes.
That's not what we needed.
Dang it. Well, and I think I'm gonna push you into my model.
Oh,
so
right
I'll
on.
get a 3rd result.
A 3rd what? You got a little more damage maybe?
So I'm gonna push you 1. Move 1.
You move 2 if you want to with Mycon, of course.
Yeah, sure. We'll go here. We'll push you 1 onto the grate into my model. Move. I'm gonna do it again. So 3 hits.
3 damage. Okay. 2 armor, so I take 1.
Beefy.
And gain a favor.
And then I have a model on that grate. So at the end of
We've
my
all
round,
got models on the grate, man. I
roll.
don't need this roll to go well or to go good for you. So many 3s.
I saw the 6 and it just wasn't happening.
All right, clear turn.
Yeah.
Minus.
I'll flip this for you.
That up. See, we got shenanigans here. We'll do Blood Brothers. We're gonna heal Fridge up 2. And we're gonna go Lika down 2 to get a favor. As you do in the world.
She's on the verge of
They're
something.
both on the verge of nothingness. And then we can move, we can unexhaust. I'll spend a die to move fridge. No reactions needed. Man, to attack your guys, I've got to like... Let's just see what that looks like. And then into the clear turn, I'll roll for the great. Oh,
there it is!
it's
Big
a
on!
6. Ah, yeah. Man, just in time, too. I just moved off of that. See, the crowd loved Fridge. They said, she's been crushing all game. We don't want to put her in the pile.
All right. So
you now have last man standing.
Well, how does that work?
You clear all fatigue,
and
then you take a turn. Now, you can also activate tactics every turn if you want. If you got favor die.
I don't.
Let me make sure that there's other rules here. So now you turn into like a mini boss.
Yeah, because I can just power attack every turn or attack twice or whatever.
Yeah. Which is, in fact, the fact that the pit is now open is crazy good for you right now.
Oh, yeah. You're about to get Dunkertown.
Okay. Each one is a clear turn. You remove all fatigue, and then you may activate afterwards, and you can use tactics.
Okay.
So you get a clear turn with tactics, remove all fatigue, and then you activate.
All right. I'm going to move, and you're going to get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
I do want it. The dude wants it. Declaring that move. Here's 6. I just end you right here. Oh, man.
1 cancel.
Dude, check this out. 4 plus a bonus success. 5 successes. How much health you got? No
13?
armor. 13.
I cancel 1, so you basically have the 4 straight up.
I got 4 straight up. That's right. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Luckily, that push is canceled. You big based aggravator. So take 8 damage total.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And I get 2 favor.
Uh-oh. That's actually probably not great.
The crowd likes my move. He's going to move 5. Yeah. To here.
I've already reacted to. Bummer for me.
And then I will power attack you.
I've got 3 defense.
I'll use 1 power die.
My God.
Hey, 3.
Look at 3 successes.
Awesome.
Oh. I think you got what you needed there. Oh man, crowd says what?
8.
Oh, you get a free power die for going over your track, right? A free
Yeah, when I get to the end of my track.
All right, so subtract 3 at least.
I have 5 successes. 1, 2. So it won't work. That's not how that works.
That's right. Oh, you're just there.
Yeah.
Good for me.
But I will essentially just push you into the either.
My gun into the pit, huh?
Yeah, and you're on a clear turn.
You could also just Atlas throw, you know.
So I'm gonna move. Well, I have to flip it. No. Then we'll move 2 as my follow-up.
And that was Lika you did that too? I don't even get any favor. She was near dead anyway.
We'll actually go here. Okay.
Yes.
And then I'm exhausted. Your turn.
All right, clear turn. 1 and 1. Blood Brothers to heal Bjarvet. Take 2 on Fridge, gain a power die. You know how it is, just swapping the blood around.
Yeah.
And then,
that's who's left?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see, yeah, he's in the pit. I should mark him. Technically, I get a...
Danny, we actually did Monpok last year at some point as a Throwback Thursday.
Okay, do I want to move anything to help me? Yes. I'm going to move Bjarvet once.
Good call. These are good choices.
It's help time. All right. Over to you, clear turn, Mycon.
All right, clear.
Any sweet tactics?
I don't think so. I can move, I guess.
You could get a free move here and then just start. It would guarantee I couldn't move away. But is the favor die worth it? That's the ultimate question, right? They do a really good job of balancing multiple resources in this. Your activations and your favorite eye. It's really strong.
Who swings harder?
Big. Bjarva's got more of the push reposition thing going on. Fridge is a little harder to take down, but a little less powerful in the offense. She's so strong, though. That model has always been like, I don't know, this is really good.
I'm just going to move.
Standard turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bring it on.
We're going to move. Because you can react to move after I move.
I can, yeah.
Move here so that you can't evade me fully.
No reaction.
All right.
Let's save it.
We're going to power attack.
Who are you targeting there?
Don't worry about that.
Fridge will, of course, probably assist.
If I
Well,
go,
maybe
yeah.
both of them
I'm
will
going to go on
assist.
Fridge.
All right, she's going to counterattack you.
All right.
You've seen this whole song and dance before.
Let's go, Mycon.
4.
All right.
Rolling some hot sauce.
Reroll
man.
these.
Oh, nice. Oh my gosh.
4.
Potato cannon. Got 4.
Tie.
Take 2.
Sweet. Go ahead.
Oh, Mycon, you're gone. Let's end it. End it. All right.
I expect you to return the potato.
The potato's coming back at you. Bjarvit. Power attack. Two favor dice.
This is the time to end it.
Give him the dagger.
Just don't miss.
Okay. 3, 4, 5. Good one.
1 block.
1 more success. So 6 total.
Cancel 1.
Cancel 1. 5 total. That's the end of the tree for Bjarvit. We'll do it in epic fashion. We'll do 3. Reposition 3 inches.
I'm dead. Keep going.
Push. Blocked 3. Push for the final. Into Fridge. The hatchet.
Into Fridge.
And there it goes, man.
There it is.
Wow.
That was a good game. I think I went crazy 1 turn too early.
Yeah, is that the...
In
is that the secret?
retrospect. But also, your list was doing exactly what I think it was supposed to do.
It was doing really well.
Just like dividing the damage, using Fridge to keep assisting. I think, knowing what I know now, it's like you go and you get Fridge off the table.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because that's 3 extra defense dice. Every defense, basically.
Yeah.
Because every turn you're remove 1 from her, go with someone else, and you're just blocking with her each turn.
Yeah, that turned out great for me.
And it's a cool, the way you were basically like, you always clear Fridge, so you're putting exhaustion on everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And so that naturally lets you get to a clear turn that makes sense for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was really good.
Yeah, that's probably the best Arena X I played. After Sven got dunked, I was like, oh well, here we go. Let's just try something new, and I guess it worked out. That was nice.
So try something new is the moral of the story.
Try something new. That was great. So you know what the notable thing about this is though? How incredibly cinematic that entire rewind of that game is.
It's super good.
That very first action where Mycon just literally slam dunks Sven into the pit, and then as the last man standing, like Mycon is the MVP of that entire match.
Yeah.
Also throws somebody on the grate, they pull the grate up, and then we lose 2 models to that. And then Mycon throws another model. And Mycon was like,
he's a monster.
He was running across the board. The crowd loved Mycon.
He's so good. The whole faction is good at positional, like moving stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'd hit if the grate had happened to hit the turn I pushed you up on it,
there were so many
that would have
dice
been
rolls
crazy
that
good.
could have turned that entirely different direction.
Yeah, but
even just your 4 and 5 dice being rolled, I was hitting 4s and 5s on my defense constantly. Like towards the very end, I was like, oh man, this is going well for me.
But early I was hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like the odds in the early part of the game I was very lucky.
They may have leveled out a little bit. I think I may have ended up a little bit ahead. On that.
As long as you roll enough dice in a game, eventually it starts to balance itself out a little bit.
It works.
Here's the thing about this though.
What is it? Tell me.
My brain is not burnt at all.
No.
I had fun. I was engaged. I had to think about things. Beautiful models on the table. and I felt almost no mental strain from playing this game.
Yeah, man, because we didn't have to consult like a 600-page thing and learn all of our abilities. It's like Mycon can throw you around.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious. Lupa's got the big hammer, good at power attacking. Guy with the net, it's annoying to move away from.
Yeah.
Like it all just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, this guy talks a lot.
Yeah.
Tribune.
Talks a lot.
Don't want to like just waste time with him. He'll win you over, and it's over. And in Septimus, even he's just the crowd pleaser.
Crowd pleaser.
He wants to do
strong
damage
model.
to you and get some favor from doing it.
That's right. Yeah, just an absolute classic. So this Arena Rex, this game is great. We cannot recommend this game enough. If you're looking for, particularly, you know what I think this is great for? I think it's marketed as a side game to one of your main miniatures games.
Sure.
Which is fair.
Or if you're not a miniatures gamer.
I think there's two roads past that. One is if you're not a minis gamer and you're interested in a gladiator skirmish style combat, this is the best you could ever hope for. And then second, if you were a miniatures gamer and maybe gave it up because you didn't have the time or, family got
Sure.
Too important, had to do all this family stuff and didn't have time to model and whatnot. This is a great little game to get back into, just a side little, an hour or two every month. I can paint some models or I can play a game of Arena Rex.
Yeah.
Really good in that pocket.
Well, and if you're picking a faction, there's only like 6 or 7 models per faction out.
Yeah.
So you can literally, there's only so much to get. And it's both the up and the downside. So if you want a game like Crisis Protocol, it's putting out 5 or 6 models a month, that's the kind of game for you. But that was early on why we were so, one of the convincing factors was like, I can buy 5 models.
Yeah.
I can paint 5 models.
Yeah.
Here we are. So it's just a nice laid back, fun time. It's a great game.
Can't recommend it
Can't
enough.
speak highly enough about it.
Well, thank you, everybody at the Arena Rex HQ for continuing to put this out. Apparently, they say they're taking a break or something.
That's what someone on chat said, but I can't verify that.
Well, it may be still going. It may not be. I don't know. Maybe it's Throwback. Maybe it's not. We'll find that out later. We've got everything we want from it, so it really doesn't matter, honestly, at this point. And then, of course, the terrain, all the terrain that you see here, not just usable in Arena Rex, of course. It's just great terrain to have. There are 3D print files for all this available, and you can either print that yourself or probably contract that out to somebody who has a 3D printer. I'm sure there's people online that do that. And that's Jamie over at Stone Temple Studios provided all of this. So thank you, Jamie. This terrain is amazing.
Super good.
And check in with Jamie and see if you want to either get the files, and maybe he'll start printing them and selling them himself, which I think would be a great idea. We'll have the link to all of that in the description. So if you're looking for these terrain pieces, this Arena Rex pack and other stuff that he makes, you can find it on that link. So thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday, hopefully on Monday. Who knows? As soon as possible.
See you there.
Take care.